सा फर्क है, कुछ होने में और बहुत कुछ होने में। इतना सा फर्क है एक बार सोच के छोड़ देने में और लग के कर दिखाने में। मान लेने में कि जिंदगी ऐसे ही कटेगी और सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सोचने में ये अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है, वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी, ये एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और सातवें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया, 20 years of ideas.
Very good evening to all. We at Franchise India welcomes you all to Bharat Franchise Show. It's India's biggest multi-franchise show ever, where our aim is to digitally present some of the hand-picked opportunities for you all. We do not endorse any brand. This is just a presentation of different business opportunities so that you can take the right decision. With this introduction, I also welcome brand participants who have joined us today to present their business model with us. I also welcome and invite the management team of Franchise India, Gaurav sir and Sonia ma'am. During this webinar, we will try to cover all the aspects of business opportunities we will be showcasing. We also encourage all those who have joined us to ask questions here and on our hotline number, which is 9717683838. I would now request Sonia ma'am to please take it forward and share a few words with us. Thank you, Sonia ma'am, for joining in today. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Stanley, and a very good evening, friends. We welcome you all to the 12th edition of Bharat Franchise Show. I also welcome all our friends who have joined from the city of Hyderabad. I also welcome our title sponsor, Hyper Exchange, our associate sponsor, Eurocan. And I'm also happy to welcome our partners from the city of Hyderabad, Venkatji, Vivekji, Satyaji. They're all very, very experienced and highly experienced business consultants that we have in the city. And they've worked very, very closely with prospective business buyers in advising them how to evaluate business opportunities. And I'd like to also welcome Mr. Sanjay Bhatt, who is a vice president of Franchise India, who along with me and our consultant partners would work and answer all the queries which will be raised by you. Friends, within the city today of Hyderabad, and I feel this is one city which has everything to call it a truly progressive city, from being the first city in the country to have IKEA store, to have Amazon's largest office in the world, a very progressive and development oriented government. The city has a big focus to boost entrepreneurship, and I see a lot being talked about Hyderabad, from being called the emerging IT capital, pharma capital, Medicare capital, sports capital. Hyderabad, I would say, has become one of the sought after retail markets in the country in the last couple of years. And with a lot of national and international giants setting up not only their offices, but also their big stores in the city of Hyderabad. Having said that, I feel the market of Hyderabad also presents a very big opportunity for real estate, not only on the commercial side, but also on the residential. And I was reading some days back, even with pandemic set in, this was the only city, perhaps not only in India, but globally, which had seen a rise and appreciation in the prices of real estate in the last quarter of 2020. And today, if you look at the city, because it has a lot of millennials and a young population, the city has recorded also a very high demand from millennials, which before the pandemic was a small fraction of the population that was buying real estate. But this number has gone and risen up to 55 odd percent today, and making it one of the markets which has highest number of home seekers today in the country. So with this introduction, friends, I'd like to welcome all our brands, our panel members, and also there's another company which is also coming in presenting for the very first time in this webinar in Hyderabad, and they recently launched in Hyderabad, I think about a week, 10 days back, by the name of Zip. This is into last mile delivery. And before I now invite our panel members, I will also request Mr. Sanjay Bhatt, who is the Vice President of Franchise India, to formally make an introduction of our partners who have joined today. And I will request if they can speak and say hello to the city. Over to you.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for setting up the perspective for this show. And that reminds me, 2 months before, when it was March 13-14, I was there personally in Hyderabad. We had this physical event there, and all these partners were there with me. That was a phenomenal growth which we have seen in this franchise business, because that was the first physical show after this COVID time, which has given us more than 4,500 visitors, which were the paid investors who have visited that show. And best part was that 10 days before only, we have sold out all the stalls. Around 125 stalls were there available. And 10 days before, we sold out. And on the same day also, we were having a lot of queries from brand side to get participation in this show. But then it was overwhelming response from our industry, from the community of investors. But after that, unfortunately, we could not continue in other cities. But as per Franchiseindia is concerned, since we do around 1,500 events in a year, every city we go and have a physical events, and that gives us, a very local connect with the investors and the brands. And that is the platform which we have already set up last 20 years. We do these shows. And after this COVID, what we have done is the best part our chairman has done, Mr. Gaurav Maria, that he has shifted the platform, which is from physical to digital platform from April 1st. So from April 1st, we have done more than 700 webinars, which is a phenomenal record. And all the recording is also available on Facebook page, Franchiseindia Brands. Anyone can go and check that, recordings also there. So we have launched more than 573 brands in this last 1.5 year. And we are very, very committed to investor community, because our company, what we believe is we are investor centric and franchise focused company. We are so thankful to our chairman, Mr. Gaurav Maria, that he has given this opportunity, wherein we could, in this COVID time also, we could connect between investors and the brands on this platform. And we could every day, every single day, we have created that opportunity that we will have new business for every investor of ours every day, every single day at 12 o'clock. So, which is there for last 1st of April onwards, every day, 12 o'clock, we have this webinar, wherein we launch every day new opportunity for our investor community. So, as we are today in this chapter, which is our new initiative, Bharat Franchise Show, from 1st of June, we have created this opportunity, wherein we felt that we should go every city, since physical event is not happening, and we do not want our investors to wait for the physical events. And we created this opportunity, this platform, wherein we have digitally reach out to every city, and every day, 7 o'clock, we have this show, Bharat Franchise Show, in which we are very much thankful to our title sponsor, which is Hyper Exchange as a brand. And they have supported us. We have also Eurocan, who have supported us, and other brands also, they have supported us in this initiative. And in this forum, what we are trying to do is we have these handpicked opportunities, and which we are presenting today to our investors. This is first-hand information which we are sharing with you. Later on, as ma'am was saying, that we have partners, they're senior consultants from Hyderabad. They will be having 30-minute free consulting slot with every investor, so that we can evaluate, and then we can take it to the negotiation level also, because it's not easy to select an opportunity, a business for you, which is for lifetime. In that regard, Franchiseindia would help in terms of hand-holding, in terms of giving you a proper, evaluation process and then the negotiation process also. So I'm very pleased and very glad to welcome and invite my partners from Hyderabad today. Mr. Venkat, he is having a lot of knowledge and a lot of experience in franchise business. And Mr. Veera is also from Hyderabad. Mr. Satya, Mr. Ravikant, and Mr. Vivek. He's also having 30-year experience with him. Very senior consultants from our Hyderabad region. So I would personally welcome now every one of you. If you can just in your own language also, you can you say hello and welcome to all our investors from Hyderabad. Over to you, Venkatji.
స్వాగతం సుస్వాగతం భాగ్యనగరం విశ్వనగరం హైదరాబాద్ ఔత్సాహిక పారిశ్రామికవేత్తలందరికీ కూడా హృదయపూర్వక స్వాగతం తెలియజేస్తూ ఈ అవకాశం కల్పించిన సోనియా మ్యామ్ అండ్ సంజయ్ భట్ గారికి, అదేవిధంగా టైటిల్ స్పాన్సర్ అయిన మా ఇన్వెస్టర్స్ అందరికీ కూడా స్వాగతం చెప్తూ స్టార్ట్ చేస్తాం.
Thank you, Venkatji. Thank you very much. We have also with us Mr. Ravikant. Ravikantji, if you can unmute and welcome your own city.
Yeah. Hi, good evening, everyone. And I wish everyone get an opportunity here to get success. It's a very good opportunity now. As we know, the pandemic is getting hit very hard, and many people has lost their jobs. And of course, whenever we get any problems, we need to find an opportunity. So, and this is the opportunity which we feel. And there are a lot of opportunities are there in Franchiseindia, and I wish each and every investor to get a solution in this. Thank you.
Thank you. Veeraji, over to you. If you can also unmute and say hello and welcome to your region, your city.
Thank you, Sanjay ji. I would thank Franchiseindia team for organizing city-wise franchise shows. E shows wala we have a specific brands specific to the cities, and also consultants who is working in those cities can concentrate on those particular businesses. So as Sanjay ji mentioned, we all having very vast experience in business consulting. We can help you in choosing right business. For example, manam general ga when we look for having money and looking for some business, we may end up choosing wrong businesses because of wrong guidances. But where we will be helping you projecting what are the brands are there in the market, and financial part also will be there to help you out, and the suitability part also we will be helping you out. End of the day, it is investor decision to go with what kind of brand, but we will be able to give you a lot of brands which are available in the market, and the suitability of the brand for your interest. So thank you for joining the show. We will definitely in touch with you. You can raise your points in the box. If anything, we can respond back immediately. Thank you, Sanjay ji.
Thank you, Veeraji. Thank you very much. Vivekji, you can also say hello to your city.
Good evening, everybody. First of all, thanks to the Franchiseindia team for organizing these shows, and appreciate the effort from both Gaurav Maria ji and Sonia ji for getting these city-wise shows taken care of. And the backbone of the effort, Sanjay ji, thank you for bringing this up. I also would take the opportunity to thank completely the team of Franchiseindia, that is Stanley, Surabhi, Archana, and others whom I not have named. I think they are the backbone in putting these shows together. Namaste Hyderabad. ఈ అవకాశం మనకి కల్పించినందుకు Franchiseindia వాళ్ళు చాలా ఎఫర్ట్స్ తీసుకుంటున్నారు. ఇందులో ఏంటంటే మన ఈ కరెంట్ ఉన్న సిచ్యువేషన్ లో మనకు ఆల్టర్నేటివ్ గా ఉండే బిజినెస్ ఏంటి అనేది ఆలోచన చాలా మందికి ఉంటుంది. చాలా మందికి ఇప్పుడు ఉద్యోగం గడ్డును పడిన పరిస్థితులు ఎలా ఉన్నా ఆల్టర్నేట్ గా మనం ఏం చేయాలి, ఎలా చేయాలి అనే ఆలోచన చాలా మందికి ఉంటుంది. ఇది ఒక మార్గం. అదే మార్గం అని నేను అనట్లేదు, కానీ ఇది ఒక మార్గం. డెఫినెట్ గా ఎవాల్యుయేట్ చేసుకుని ఈ బ్రాండ్స్ ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో సర్టన్ గా హైదరాబాద్ లో ఫోకస్ చేసి వచ్చిన బ్రాండ్స్ సెలెక్ట్ చేసి మన సిటీ కోసం చెప్పని పట్టుకొచ్చారు. అందుకని మీరు అందరూ ఈ షోని ఫుల్ గా చూసి వీటిని అర్థం చేసుకుని ఇవి కాక వేరే బ్రాండ్స్ ఏమన్నా ఉన్నాయా అని తెలుసుకోవాలని ఉంటే మాత్రం ఖచ్చితంగా మాతో మీరు కన్సల్ట్ చేస్తే మేము మీకు అవసరమైన మీ ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ కి తగ్గ బ్రాండ్స్ ఏదైతే ఉన్నాయో, మీ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ కి తగ్గ బ్రాండ్స్ అయితే మేము తీసుకొచ్చి మీకు హెల్ప్ చేయగలం అనే కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ మా అందరిలోనూ ఉంది. మొత్తం మా టీం అంతా ఇక్కడ మీకోసం చెప్పని వీఆర్ వర్కింగ్ హియర్ యాజ్ కన్సల్టెంట్స్. అందరికీ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ ఉంది ఇప్పుడు మాట్లాడినట్టుగా కూడా. సో వితౌట్ టేకింగ్ మచ్ ఫర్దర్ టైమ్, ఐడ్ లైక్ టు థ్యాంక్ ఎవ్రీబడి అండ్ స్టార్ట్ ది షో. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Thank you, Vivek ji. Thank you very much. Satya ji, you can also say hello and we can start then quickly the show.
Yeah, hi all. Yeah, hello Hyderabad. It's a very cool evening in Hyderabad, right? So Hyderabad is the great city and the pearl city, Biryani city, chai city. So it is a vast, development city. It is grown, it is growing, and it will be growing. So in every area, okay, in every area, all areas, it is expanding. So they're having plenty of the opportunities. This is one of the alternate opportunity. If you are looking for the second opportunity, this is the best platform. The Franchiseindia and Gaurav sir and Sonia ma'am and Sanjay sir so brought up this opportunity in front of you, all of the investors in Hyderabad. So please take that advantage, this opportunity, and make it useful for yourself and your career. So welcome all and one. So just put out your questions and the Q&A box will help you here. And yeah, please, on behalf of Franchiseindia, please stay safe and stay healthy.
Thank you, Satya ji. Thank you very much. And without wasting any much time now, because I know Dipanjan ji is also waiting, and thank you very much for joining in. And I would request Sonia ji if you can formally welcome our title sponsor also for starting of the show. What do you mean?
Thank you, and welcome once again, friends. And with a lot of happiness and pride, we like to welcome Mr. Dipanjan. He's a CEO of the company Hyper Exchange. Dipanjan also comes as a serial entrepreneur and has successfully scaled a lot of global tech companies and businesses in the last 20 odd years. And he currently happens to be on the board of several startup companies also. He's also faculty to IIM and IIT. And there's a great business opportunity which is coming to the city of Hyderabad for the very first time. And I feel it's a great potential also for the city. Now, I'd like to invite you, Dipanjan, to put up your presentation and tell a little bit about the opportunity. And friends, I will make a request. You can keep this very, very interactive. Any questions that you might have, you can keep putting your questions in the Q&A box. All our consultants and our panel members who are there today will take up all questions as much as possible. Thank you. And over to you, Dipanjan.
Thank you, Sonia. I'm just quickly going to play a video for everyone. And then I'm going to talk more about who we are and what we do. Welcome Hyderabad, welcome to Hyper Exchange, and I have very mixed feelings for Hyderabad. I've spent, in fact, right at the beginning, I began my career in Hyderabad, and then my last corporate role was with Tech Mahindra, where I helped integrate Satyam and Tech Mahindra. So Hyderabad was kind of a second home for me for many months. I love the city. I was just before this show started, we were discussing about the fact that I'm originally from Kolkata, and Kolkata and Hyderabad have their own unique flavors of biryanis, and we constantly have this comparison tests of which biryani is better. Personally, I like Hyderabadi biryani a lot. So welcome once again, and we're going to talk about Hyper Exchange, India's #1 trusted brand for refurbished electronics. So the opportunity that you'll be walking through for the next 15-20 minutes is going to be about an opportunity to participate with us in opening city partner role and unit store operations for refurbished and new electronic products. Let us see what this is all about. So we started in 2016, our journey. We incubated at Indian Institute of Management, Calcutta, one of the top incubators in the country. And we've grown from strength to strength since that time. And to, in fact, become the top retail startup. We won the Retail Startup of the Year award in 2020 by the Retailers Association of India. And in 2021, this year, we were actually awarded the Forbes 30 under 30 by Forbes magazine for not just India, but also for Asia. So we've been growing from strength to strength from the time that we started off. If you look at the product mix, and I'm trying to keep it quick, what I'd like for all of you to do, and as Sonia also mentioned, if you could keep putting your questions, any doubts that you have, we'll keep on answering, because I want to spend a little more time with you on the Q&A side. So I'll run a little fast. The products that we're focusing on are mobiles, laptops, televisions, and accessories related to that. These come in 3 different grades. New, so they're brand new, and unboxed, which are brand new, but these are liquidation products from companies. So they typically don't carry HX warranty and not brand warranty. And then there's refurbished, which are essentially pre-owned products, which are repaired and then resold in the market as good as new, and which carries our coverage. And these products are sold through 4 different channels. There are 2 channels which are online. So the primary online channel is Flipkart and Amazon, and basically the large online marketplaces where we are one of the top sellers. And we have HX Cart, which is our own platform online, which is also something that we use quite a bit for our sales. Offline, we have 2 models again: distributor model, where we work with large national distributor networks like Ingram. And the 4th is the franchise network that we're building now with help with you coming on board and participating with us. Now, all of this happens with a very specific set of promises that builds trust for our products, because at the basic level, the products, these are all famous brands, they're top brands that are available at half the price. So the proposition is already very attractive to customers. But the reason that customers are worried is they want to figure out if the product is stolen, or is it a genuine product? Are they going to get good customer service support after sales? So these are the questions that they ask, and they write to us this question because traditionally this business has been, almost 90% of this business continues to be in the gray market. And the experience so far has not been great. Few companies like us are now structuring this business, and we're doing that with a very clear set of objectives. One is to make these products available at every neighborhood, provide a transparent and comfortable buying process, and give a set of promises for the customers, which are a 12-month doorstep warranty, 7-day worry-free returns in case they have to return the product after using it, 9-month assured buyback, and we plant 1 tree for every order that our customers place. Where did that get us? So let's try to see where we got. So we have been growing very, very fast right from inception. We've been growing at almost 100% year on year. And today we're sitting at a run rate of around 100 crore, sell around 10 to 15,000 products on average every month. What we also notice is that the model that we have is a COVID-proof model. This is not something, of course, we designed upfront, but as the pandemic hit us, we realized that our sales actually kept on going up. And even now, as the pandemic stretches to now, people are saying that although lockdowns may come and go, the COVID situation is going to evolve for the next several years before getting solved. So we are seeing ourselves as an alternative business, which actually grows very, very fast through this situation. And I'll explain why in a short bit. We have our own patented technology, which is Faraday and Elvis. And this patented technology actually enables us to work more efficiently and give better profitability to us and to our partners. And we have a very solid leadership team, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. So we have CP Gurnani, who's the CEO and Managing Director of Tech Mahindra. He's chairman of the board at the company, and he's the only other company beyond Tech Mahindra, the Mahindra world, that he's actually participated in. Very big honor. He's one of the top CEOs of the world. We have Devu Mukherjee, who's the Chief Marketing Officer of UB Group, and he's also the head of the Heineken business in India and sits on the Heineken brand's global board. Mukesh Soni, he's a board advisor. He's the head of Apollo private equity firm in India, which is the largest private equity fund in the world. So he's the co-head of that for India. On top are us, the founders of the company, Dipanjan, that's me. Sonia had mentioned a little bit about me. I have spent most of my life scaling businesses from scratch to very, very large sizes. I've transacted and exited companies at, well, starting from, $500 million to 1.3 to 1.5 billion dollars. We've managed that. We have Ashish with me. Ashish Chakraborty heads our technology and operations, and he's a stalwart with very, very large multinational tech companies who have taken senior roles. And Satanik, who's also my co-founder, he's in fact the gentleman that won the Forbes 30 Under 30 award this year. He's a Stanford grad, and he's already a published author of 2 books. He's just graduated from college 3 years back. So very, very fast moving person. I talked to you about the technology disruption, and I told you I'll tell you what it means really. Now, what it means is that we have developed something called Faraday, and this enables us to automatically check every device that you buy, from the market or from the consumers. Now, it seems like a really simple task, but the fact is nobody else globally has been able to develop this technology so far. We're the only people that have this. We have patented it. And as a result, the industry constantly used to run on a strategy that I call hope, because they would buy these products in bulk without testing them. They didn't know the quality of the product, what was wrong with the product. They'll bring it in-house and then open it up for repairs. And that's when they would realize what kind of product and what quality they've bought. We, instead of doing that, we developed our own technology, and it automatically within 2 minutes checks the quality of these products. So we know from day one which product to buy, which ones to reject, what kind of margin we'll get from individual products. And also we knew how to order spares upfront before the product reaches the factory. As a result, what happened was our margins improved by 400% compared to the market. And compared to the market, our turnaround time reduced by 3 times. As a result of this, we were able to achieve a 79% customer return run rate, customer loyalty run rate, which is unheard of in this industry where, brand switches are very, very common. People switch brands in electronics every year, every few months. But our customers actually come back and buy from us. Almost 80% of our customers come back and buy from us again and again. Now, this is supported by a very strong industry dynamic. It's not just that we are doing great. Of course, we are. We're very fortunate, and I think we have a great team. But we're also supported by an industry that's growing fast. So the refurbished market globally is a $100 billion market, and 40% of the market is sitting in India. Not just that, if you look at the graphic on the right-hand side of your screen, you'll see that it's not just 40% of the global market, it's growing at 57% by volume. By volume means by the number of units shipped and sold every year, that's growing 57% every year. And compare that to mobile phone growth, new mobile phone growth, which sits at around 12% annually, you'll understand the difference. So new mobile phone, if you're investing in a mobile phone business, you're seeing as a brand, forget about as a retailer, you'd see a 12% growth. If you're sitting in my place in a refurbished brand like HXP growing at 57% as an industry. HX, of course, is growing at almost 400% now. And our by value, we're going by 79% the industry, which means while we're shipping more, we're actually selling more and more valuable products. So this actually means that the trust in the refurbished industry is growing fast. And the reason this happens is because of the graphic on the bottom left side of your screen. The reason it's happening is because of the pandemic largely. Of course, there are other reasons also. I mean, obviously, many of these structured players are coming in like us and building some trust. But what's happening now is that because of the pandemic, more and more people need to have devices at home, and they need more devices. Previously, if somebody had 1 device, now they have 4. Their children are also going to school from home. Their wife also their husbands also need for their work. Their wives also need for work. So everybody needs devices now. But at the same time, disposable income is going down. They don't want to spend as much because they want to save for healthcare requirements. They want to save because many of us have lost jobs, have taken haircuts in salaries. disposable income going down and demand for devices going up means more and more. And the third reason, which is not mentioned here, is the fact that semiconductor prices saw historical rise this year, this past several years, past several months because of the pandemic. As a result, new products are becoming very much more expensive than they used to be. So all these three elements have joined together to create an opportunity for refurbished electronics, where people are saying, instead of buying new, I'm going to buy refurbished. I was talking to, in fact, a partner of ours in the laptop business, one of the top 3 laptop brands in India, and they were saying that they had to increase their market prices for laptops by almost 15% because of the shortage of semiconductor chips for their new product manufacture. This is in comparison to us, where we have slashed our laptop prices by almost 7% in the last year, which means if you're buying a refurbished product, you're not only getting the 40% discount, you're also competing now at a higher ground. It has now become a 50 to 60% discount because of the markup price of the products have also gone up. So this means, of course, an opportunity for you. And if you see the graph on the bottom right, you'll realize where the opportunity lies. The largest opportunity is actually in the tier 2 market. And this is either the tier 2 towns or the tier 1 suburbs, where people are increasingly, you see 31% of those people are emerging as somebody who would want a premium device. Now, these folks that want a premium device but has the disposable income to buy a mid-segment device, somebody who can afford a mid-segment but wants to buy a premium, is your target market. And that's where we are playing at. And that's the market that's the fastest growing market today. Now, I talked about who we are, what we did, the growth that we've seen, the market positivity, but essentially you have, as an investor, you have multiple choices potentially in front of you, and you have to choose why you choose a specific brand. From our perspective, I tell you why you should choose us. If you decide to go with us or evaluate us, there are very clear 4 reasons that you should start for us. One is because you'll have the the safety of the numbers, because the industry is growing massively. So the industry is going to support our growth and every other competitor in our place, their growth. The industry will grow that. So that's something that you should consider. You should also consider the fact that we're sitting in the middle of a pandemic and we don't know when the next lockdown, unlockdown, vaccine number 1, 2, 3, 4, what's going to happen. So bringing the vector of that pandemic in your decision making is very important. You need to look at brands and business models that are growing and supporting you during this pandemic. Third is online and offline. Now, largely the franchising opportunity has remained an offline play. It is structured within a store or a geographic location. We are moving beyond that. We are not dependent on offline anymore. We are giving you a model that lets you play beyond your territory. And I'm going to quickly discuss why and how. And helping you get access to our online business also. And the last but not the least is lower risk, because we are offering you assurances like minimum guarantee scheme and stock correction programs. And I'm going to quickly, in a few seconds, I'm going to explain why. So these are the 4 reasons that I think we should select us. Now, if you talk about how, say you decide to choose us, how would you play with us? What are the things that you can do with us? There are 2 models. One is to take up the city franchisee for the brand, and one is to take a unit franchisee for a store. Now, if you are a city franchisee, what you do is you'd first, day 1, open a direct store for yourself. In 2 months, once you establish yourself and you understand this store facility, how to run, how to manage the stock, how to do the cycling, after the 2nd month, you'll open the refurbishment factory. And that will run for another 2 months. On the 5th month, you'll open the training facility. And the training facility for training other technicians. So the refurbishment facility is basically for all the buyback products that you take back procure from the market. So I'm going to quickly talk about the cycle. The way it works is that we go to the market and buy these products either from customers directly who are exchanging their phones and buying new products, or from the wholesalers. So that's the procurement cycle. After the procurement, we refurbish it, repair it, make it like new, and then sell it in the market again. right? So if you are a master franchisee, you are going to be able to take advantage of revenues across all elements of the supply chain. You will get a margin that we will offer you when you buy these products from these customers or from wholesalers. You will make a margin when you refurbish and repair these products. You'll make a revenue when you train technicians in this space, and we are a I'll talk more about that. We can provide government approved certificate programs for training for you, and then you can go back to your direct store to sell these products. That's what a master franchisee would do. And what they'll also do is they would now embed and seed multiple unit franchisees under them into the city, so that at a minimum you create 10 unit franchises in the first year of our operations minimum. We expect you to make more like 2025 because it's a very, very fast growing model. And these master unit franchises then also become like a source of selling revenue for you. So you become like a part distributor for them and a part retailer for yourself. So that's what the master franchisee program is. And we have a launch offer for you, which is a minimum guarantee plan, which means whatever you don't sell in your store or online, we'll still offer you a 9% annualized minimum guarantee plan to recover your returns on that. And I can discuss more about that. I'm sure we'll get a lot of questions. Every city I go to, I see a lot of questions around this. So we'll answer this in Q&A. We're also offering 100% stock correction for the stocks that you keep. And we provide you, as I mentioned, we provide you access to our online sales. Now, this is a revolutionary plan because I don't know many other brands here in India which are offering access to online sales to store franchisee partners. The fees is 25 lakhs, and the stock expectation for you to pick up stocks worth 50 lakhs. And these are again stocks of refurbished, new and unboxed mobiles and laptops and accessories and TVs. And the ROI sits at around 42.5%, and payback is around 22.5 months. Now, if you are a person who's evaluating a store format and not really a master franchisee to go to the city, because that's what you want to focus on right now, then there are three models. One is the H experience model, one is the H exclusive model, and the H express model. The experience model that I'm going to focus on is basically the premium model. It's a 700 square feet cafe model, which means that you not only have a mobile store, you also get a cafe. So this is a model. It's very, very important because this experience store model is getting very popular in the US, in China. We are introducing this in India. This is your target group of people. The target group of people that buy refurbished products are young college students and newly employed youngsters. These folks have low disposable income but have very high brand consciousness, and they are already very knowledgeable about the products they want to buy or test. So they want to visit your store for a touch and feel. They want to test these products, run these products, and guess what they also like to do? They like to socialize and work out of cafes. You giving this opportunity means you becoming a hub for your target group to come to visit your store again and again and again. And obviously, once they come multiple times, they're going to buy stuff more and more. The other models, so this has a whopping 70% ROI and a 17-month payback. The other models are slightly smaller models than this. The H exclusive is a 500 square feet model, but it's just a mobile store. It's not a cafe model. And H Express is a 100 square feet store, which is again just a mobile phone store. So this is really, these are the models available. You can either be a master city partner to us or a unit partner to us at a store level. What we will do when you onboard with us is not just provide you with the stock and with the guidance, but also surround you specifically with our technology. We are a very strong tech-led firm. Every element of our supply chain is run by technology. It's not manual. And you will have access to all of them. You will actually use all of them, starting from your point of sale, to your CRM, to your supply chain management, to your Faraday. Everything is automated, and we will provide you that as a part of this program. We'll also provide you marketing support for social media campaigns to increase traffic. We will provide you the entire training module if you're a master franchisee. Then we'll provide you the training module for your training facility. We will provide you the services module for your refurbishment factory, and we will connect you and sync you with our OEM partners who will provide you the spares for your refurbishment factory. Last but not the least, we will also give you access to our financial services partners, consumer finance partners, who will provide you good financial packages to offer, part payment programs and EMI based programs to your customers. So that's what Hyper Exchange is. Love for you to come and join us in our fantastic journey. We're having the ride of our life right now. We'd love for you to be a part of it. And I look forward to working with more of you down the line. Thank you. Any questions?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the detailed presentation. I think you have given a complete understanding through this presentation, but still, I think we will open it now for my partners to have some questions on behalf of your investors. Over to you, partners. Anyone who can start, please.
Hi, Deepanjan. Good evening. This is Vivek. This is just a question with respect to the investment on the stocks. You've given various stocks that you have to collect on different models, on the Experience, the Express, and also on the master franchise model. Just wanted to understand, is it an upfront thing that they have to select for the stock and pay for that, or is it possible to have a split up on taking the stocks as such? So that's one of the things that the investors also were looking to get an answer on. So if you can put some light on that, that will be great.
Thank you, Vivek, for the question. The stocks are essentially, let me understand what stock means first. Let me explain what the stocks mean. Yeah. As opposed to many other franchise models where you basically take company stock and these are essentially company products, and you kind of not sure what this stock means. I mean, I'm saying it's 50 lakhs. Is it 50 lakhs? Is it 30 lakhs? Is it 75 lakhs? I don't know, because it's your product and you're pricing it, right? That's not the case with HX, because you're not buying a HX product. You're buying an Apple iPhone, you're buying a Samsung S20, you're buying a HP laptop. The prices for these are benchmarked in the industry. And right. I mentioned about our ERP. Our ERP has a daily running price list, very similar to a stock market ticker, where every day's market operating price for these products are available for you to see. In any case, you can go to the market and check out the prices, because these are very benchmark prices. Everybody knows what the prices of these products are. So it doesn't vary much. So you're getting, that is one. Second, these products have intrinsic value. So whether you sell it through obviously you'd sell it through a HX structure, but the product has asset value of its own, because what it sells for, and it doesn't just sell out of HX. It can sell out of every other. I told you about the unstructured market where it sells from. So it sells out of everywhere. People are buying it. Right. This is what a stock is. Now, when can you buy the stock? Yes, you buy the first tranche online at one go. The 50 lakhs that master franchise invests is a investment that he or she makes upfront. If you're making a 35 lakh investment of stock for H Experience, or a 20 lakh stock investment in H Express, then that's a one-time stock investment that you do. But let me explain what I mean when I said that that we have a minimum guarantee and a stock correction model. Now, so far, most of the investors, you have most of the store model franchisee plans that you've evaluated typically lets you sell out of your store, which means you're limited by the size and the location of your store and the footfall that you have to sell your products. And we are offering you a 10 to 12% margin on every product that you sell from your store. But we all know, and especially in the beginning, your footfall will be less. And then slowly your footfall will go up, but initially it will be low. We offer you the opportunity of selling online with us. When I say access to online sales, this means, say, for example, you buy 50 lakh in stock. You're a master franchisee, you buy 50 lakh in stock in the first month. And you say, you know what, Deepanjan, first month, I'm not getting that kind of footfall. My footfall will increase over time, but what can we do? Because I might not be able to sell more than 25 lakhs in the first month. That's absolutely fine, because I will help you sell the other 25 lakhs of your stock through my phygital marketplace, through my distribution, my online and my offline distribution, and give you a 2 to 5% margin per unit on those also. So your stock is never going to sit idle. Your asset is constantly sweating. Your stock is constantly moving. Now, say the same example, you take 50 lakhs in stock, 25 lakhs you decided to keep for your offline store, 25 lakhs is going online. We are selling that for you. Now this 25 lakhs also does not get sold. Only 15 lakhs get sold, say for example, end of the month. You could not sell the rest 10. I will give you a minimum guarantee return of 9% annualized on that 10 lakhs also. Even if you're not, now this is not forever. I'm only going to do this for the first 6 months, this minimum guarantee, till you stabilize yourself. This is not a free ride. But we realize that, with this pandemic, one day the lockdown's happening, one day it's opening, another day shutdown. We don't know. And even if the shutdown and opening happens, people are not going to start flocking outside the day the unlock happens. So we understand that you and I both, we don't have visibility of how many days you're open and when does it become business as usual where people are actually flocking to your store. We know that. So we are actually giving you a solution for that, saying that even if you're sitting at home and your store is closed, you're still sweating your asset, you're still making it a minimum of 2 to 5%. Now you might say, why 2 to 5% seems too small, 10, 12% I'm making in store. Let's compare it. If you're a mobile phone retailer, you'd make 0.75 to 5% margin selling Apple or Vivo or any phones, all these. So Vivo, Oppo, you'll make around 5%. MI, you'll make around 4.5%, and Samsung and all that 3%, and Apple around 0.7 to 1%. That's the kind of returns you make on new phones. And this is in store. You'll have to sit in store, sell, and then make 5% margin. I am giving you 5% margin sitting at home where I'm selling a product for you. Sure. And even after that, if you don't sell, I'm giving you a 9% that's annualized return on your, which will be reconciled monthly, by the way. So it's not a 6 monthly reconciliation, a monthly reconciling the product. In addition to that, if you tell me all of this done and you say, wow, that's great. But in addition, if you feel that, I'm not really, I think this model, we should switch over and give me a faster moving model. We will give you 100% stock correction also. Now, this is very important for you to understand why stock correction is important, but also relevant, slightly less relevant for us is because stock correction in new mobile phones is important because you don't know which mobile phone model will sell and which won't sell. But new brands have stopped giving stock correction to their retailers. With us, it is less of a problem because we are anyway investing in products that were last year's model or the year before last model. So you already know which models are successful. So you'll only invest in successful models. So the question of slow moving products will not arise. But even if it does arise, we will give you stock correction. Vivekji, does that clarify?
Yes, it does. I mean, you basically said that the features that you put in with respect to stock correction, the online model, and also the model of giving us the higher return even when the store is closed, I think that answers. And basically, it is that the investment has to be made upfront because these advantages come along with them. That's good. That's good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Dipanj.
Hi.
Yeah, very good evening, and thanks for brought up this the great opportunity that HX got on the refurbishment products, and basically you're also coming with the tech background of that, so you might be that every people pulse of that to get into the right product. So based on that, I want to put up the question is like, so everybody looking nowadays, so every model come up with, and it is going to be the stock or like whatever that model, so it's a trending out, immediate 1, 2, 3 months or something like that. Okay, so if the investor who puts this stock, like if the customer come up with that exchange of that, I think maybe 1 year old or 6 months old. So will it be possible to exchange? And if the exchange of that facility is available for all gadgets, so what is the investor would get in that, commission wise or the same price or something? What is that the plan from that HX card is planning for that?
Correct. Thank you, Satyaji. Let me explain this a little bit. So if you see the revenue plan here, you'll see that the number one revenue plan on the screen that I'm sharing right now on H Experience, Exclusive, and Express, all the models, you'll see the first revenue plan is buyback, which means when a customer comes to you, they will typically exchange their old phone and buy a new one. And you will be able to offer that. How do you offer that? Now, if you go to a mobile store today, you'll typically have a mobile, you'll give that mobile and the guy will turn it around in his hand like this and tell you, I'll give you 2,000 rupees for this phone. Now, as a customer, you're confused. Why? What did he check? What did he do? He just turned it around in his hand like this. All of us have experienced this. I'm guessing whoever exchanged phones, you've experienced this. It's very irritating. The guy takes it up and turns around, and it's a phone that is yours. So obviously you love your phone. The guy says he'll throw it down on the desk and say 2,000 rupees I'll give. I said, why 2,000 rupees? Why not give me 500 rupees only? Or why not 3,000? So it's not quantified. And obviously it's not quantified because the person does not know how to check the phone, does not have the time also. So he's basically saying, I'll probably sell this person something worth 30,000 rupees. So I will take that out of my cost. So he's giving the minimum cost available to him so that he can just acquire the product. And in the evening, some guy comes. If you stay in that mobile phone store, you'll realize a guy comes with a sack. And he puts all these old phones in a sack and takes it away and basically pays almost by the kilo to the retailer. Now, this is a significant loss of value because while some phones could have been bad, some phones could be really good and could acquire value. Now, what we did is I talked about Faraday. That's what Faraday does. It's a kiosk that will sit in your store. It's a long kiosk. It looks almost like a large outscaled lipstick. That's what it looks like. It sits in your store, and what the customer has to do is slide his phone into that kiosk. In 2 minutes, it automatically tests everything about your phone and gives you a price offer for the phone. So as a retailer, it's very important. You do not have to know about the mobile phone business and the internals of the mobile and the technology and all that. All of that is built into the technology already. You need no domain knowledge. So you'll get an offer price. Now, when you take, the customer accepts that offer price, you make a 3 to 4% or your investors make a 3 to 4% margin per sale. So that's also revenue for them. So when I mentioned that the master franchisee makes money in 4 different places, unit franchisee actually makes revenue on 3 different areas. One is for buyback from customers or from wholesalers. One is for selling the products and the warranty services, and third is if you choose the experience model, then you make revenues out of the F&B. Does that answer your question? You're on mute.
Satya, you're on mute.
Yeah, sorry for that. Yeah, Dipanjit, it will be clarified that maybe it would be confidence to investors, so how their exchange on that is the backside of that store, right? That's what this is helpful to answer.
Thank you, sir.
Dipanjan, a quick extension question to what Satya asked. Does the customer get an option of getting it serviced at your store?
Yes, very, very good question. So servicing is actually centralized right now, and we are to decentralize that. That's why the master franchise is coming in, because the stores will not have servicing facilities within. The master franchise will build a refurbishment facility. So the moment the master franchisee builds a refurbishment facility, that will be serviced there. Otherwise, the servicing will go for Hyderabad, for example. The nearest servicing center is in Bangalore, so it will go there. But
so there is an option for somebody.
Yeah.
So there is an option for somebody who comes in to exchange or get it serviced as well. That's good.
Yes, so that is where we're heading towards. So my primary focus for Hyderabad is to first open the city franchisee, and that's what I seek help from all of you partners to kind of help this, because I think it's a very, very phenomenal opportunity, because this is a brand that's more than the brand, it's a industry that's really the most happening industry now. If you see the kind of inorganic growth and the kind of funding that's happening in this space, you can go online and Google this. Don't just Google Hyper Exchange. You can do that, but also Google global brands like Back Market and others, and you'll see that there are companies who are growing from $150 million valuation to $3.2 billion valuation in the span of 9 months. So we have been growing, almost by 500% in the last 6 months. So I think it's a phenomenal place to be in. But we do need to get offline. We need to create those pockets of excellence and pockets of repair facility, so that we can offer at-home facilities down the line. We can go to people's home and start providing this, and that only the master city franchisee can do that.
Yeah, and a quick comment and a compliment to you as well. I think what you should also talk about in your presentations is how you are extending the life of the appliances and everything else, or the mobile phones and all that. Hence, you're also saving some big carbon footprint. Maybe you just need to put it on your presentations as well. That's a big one for you. Thank you.
That's a very good point. You, by the way, Vivekji, you're the first person in this series. We do run a separate series on that, who mentioned this. I'm very, very glad that someone mentioned it. I'll gladly put it up. I just didn't feel that I have just 15 minutes. I don't know if Hyderabad would love that to have one of the points, but yes, we are a very strong carbon neutral, not just in the fact that we are extending the life of these products, but also because, as I mentioned, we plant one tree for every product you buy. So we sell around 15,000 products a month. We pretty much plant a forest every month. So, and that's changing the landscape of many places where we've invested in so far.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for all your answers. Queries has been sorted. I believe partners are happy. If any other question, anyone, Venkatji, Viraji, you can take it now, or else, since now you will be having one-on-one discussion with all the investors after the show. So you will bring in right applications to have one-on-one discussion with Dipanjanji after the show as well. I hope that would definitely work. There are a lot of questions which are coming in, and I think they are getting the answers also on the right time. But still, for one-on-one question answers, one-on-one discussions, we will definitely have a lot of applications after filtering out to your level, and then we'll have one-on-one. So thank you very much for your time, and thank you very much for joining in today.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks a lot for your time and your patience, and love Hyderabad. Have a great evening and stay safe. Take care. Bye-bye.
Anything further before you sign off? Any last message to all our investors?
Well, I think, as I've mentioned, I think nothing new. I think it's consider your options. I always say that, and I've heard Gaurav, Mario also said the same thing. Please consider your options. You have multiple options, but it's important to understand the perspective and the environment in which you're taking the decisions. We are in a very, very different world right now. Traditional decision making will not work. New kind of decisions have to be made. Think about that and take the step ahead. But once you analyze strongly, spend a lot of time analyzing, but then move fast. Once you spend your time patiently analyzing, that's great. Analyze as much as you want, as much information, number crunching you do, but then move fast and move with confidence. That's my advice to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much with this piece of advice. Thank you very much. We'll look forward to see you tomorrow at the same time.
Take care.
Thank you very much. Over to you, Stanley. You can invite the next brand for.
Thank you so much, Sanjay sir, and for all the brand owners, and thank you. So with this, I would now request Mr. Amandeep Singh from the brand Eurocan to please showcase the wonderful opportunity that he has for all of us. Eurocan is North India's leading education and immigration consultant with vast 14+ years of successful experience. So over to you, Mr. Amandeep Singh, for your presentation.
Namaskar and welcome Amandeep ji. Namaskar. कैसे हैं आप?
बढ़िया आप बताइए.
Great. You are in your city now. I think Hyderabad is your city now.
Yes, it is.
You have already taken the steps into the city, and a warm welcome to you to Hyderabad city on behalf of my partners also, because today Hyderabad is very special, and Venkatji and other partners are already with you. Over to you.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Sanjay. And as Mr. Sanjay mentioned that we are already into Hyderabad now, so we have signed up our first franchisee in the city. So before I get started, I'll just play a quick video about our company and what we do. Then we'll get started with a company background and the franchisee model. as you might have seen from the video, lot many passports were there, and you might have got an idea. We are a company into student visa, permanent residency, and immigration and travel industry abroad. So before I get started, I'll just run a quick presentation about the company, then we'll proceed with the franchisee model. Eurocan Global has been into this sector for last 14 years. We are a company guiding people work, settle, and study abroad. And Hyderabad has been one of my favorite and one of the most promising markets in India that we wanted to enter. And with support of Franchisee India team, we are very happy to share that we have already signed up our first franchisee. And Hyderabad, in as a journal, has a potential for lot many other places, even the suburban towns. So I would like to congratulate the people who have signed up the franchisee, and I also invite other people who are willing to join Eurocan Global brand. We'll be happy to have you on board. So in general, like if you are willing to start something with less investment and where there are more profits involved, you don't want to get into a business or a franchisee domain where a lot many recurring costs are involved, you need to keep stocks and all, then probably this is a right industry for you, where you just need to put in the money for franchisee fees and the basic running cost of running an office. Aside that, you don't have to put in too much money for keeping stocks and maintaining all that thing. If you want to be a part of one of the leading companies in India, then probably Eurocan Global is the right place for you. A company with track record of 30 plus successful branches. We have been inviting franchises from more than 20 plus cities throughout India, and we've been able to get very good response with support from Franchisee India. So before I give a basic information about franchisee model, I would like to mention that these are just generic figures in nature, keeping in mind basic layout. So if you are looking forward for a basic model, we have an area requirement of 400 to 700 square feet, and this is for student visa and permanent residency consulting services. Visa in general is a bigger umbrella where you have student visa services, where you have permanent residency, immigration services, where you have travel related services. So this visa consulting can be divided into three categories: immigration, student visa, and travel industry. And we do deal in all, and keeping in mind last 1 or 2 years have been slow for this particular industry, but now is the best time to start this business, because if we talk about education industry, if we talk about immigration industry, if we talk about travel industry, everything is opening up. So we have two domains. One is consulting center, where you deal into visa services only. Second is consultancy plus training center, where you guide students with exam preparation as well. It could be IELTS, TOEFL, PT, spoken English, or any other exam such like CELPIP related to your study and work or permanent residency abroad. Basic investment somewhat around for setup, franchisee fees, and including all the basic furniture and fixtures, ranges from 6 to 10 lakh for area from 400 to 700 square feet, or probably 1000 square feet. And it could be bit on a higher side if you are starting up consultancy plus training center, that would vary from 10 to 14 lakhs. So if you have lesser budget, you want to start slow, you can start with consultancy model only. Depending upon the population or the area you are covering, we have this franchisee fees starting from going 1.5 to 3.5 lakh, and we have additional fees if you are opting for consultancy plus training center, which is mentioned in the Excel. And recently we launched another two models, which one is work from home. So for an example, if you want to set up a business but you don't have much capital in place, or you are not need to invest too much money all of a sudden, you can start working on work from home model. You can do some files, and after certain time period you can switch to any other branch model after saving some money. So this is pretty good opportunity, keeping in view the current situations where everything is moving online, people are working from home in different industries. And we also invite women entrepreneurs to join Eurocan Global by just paying 1.25 lakh as a franchisee and 1.5 lakh as franchisee fees for consultancy and training center. Aside franchisee fees, there is a question that what is the payback time period, like in what time period I can get my money back, or what can be the probable figures which I can earn in terms of revenue. in a market like Hyderabad, which is one of the premium, one of the prime markets in India, and the average payback could be somewhat around 6 to 12 months. So whatever money you put in for your initial investment, including your marketing, your working capital for 2 to 3 months, then your franchisee fees and other setup costs, you can recover that amount within 1 year. That is something we can assure, having known the Hyderabad market. And even being a North India based company, we generate very good number of leads from the market. So our revenue sources are commissions that we get from the universities and the processing fees that we charge from the students, which varies from 70K going up to 2 lakh per client. And lot many people asked that, even from the franchisee we signed up, they had common questions that what all things we support with. So keeping in view that even if we get a layman working with Eurocan Global, or somebody who has experience of 20 years, somebody who has experience of 40 years, somebody who even is a fresher, we have designed our model in a way where, from finding office premises to setting up the office, designing the office, buying the furniture, buying the fixture, everything is designed from A to Z till the day office is operational, and including a plan for 6 months which a franchisee need to follow to make that branch profitable. So we have everything in place. You need not bother where I need to put in my money for marketing, how much staff I need to hire, how would I train the staff, how would I recruit the staff. So everything is taken care at our end. You just need to maintain and adhere to the protocols and the system that we have designed, and once the proper execution is there, you'll be having the results with you. These are glimpse of some of our country guides that we publish, and these are one of the very good sources of information about the countries, and we do send hard copies to our franchisee as well. As I mentioned, we work with 40 plus countries, starting from Australia, UK, US, Canada, New Zealand, Germany, France, Italy, Spain, Portugal, Malta, and many more countries. It won't be possible to name all of them, but you can see 40 plus countries are there which we work with. We've been honored by different organizations, different renowned personalities, and we have 14 plus awards till date. We are one of the very few companies and the only company which has been honored by Chief Minister of Punjab, Chief Minister of Haryana, Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh, HRD Minister of Uttarakhand, and HRD Minister of Punjab, the states where we have our physical presence and locations in. And you could have an idea that wherever we work, we have pretty good hold in terms of marketing as well as the recognition that we have got for our work. We are certified, recognized by different countries including Canada, UK, Australia, New Zealand, USA, and 50 plus other countries. We are British Council UK certified company, which only very few company in India has it. And in a market like Hyderabad, it can be a very good add-on advantage of being a recognized name. This is how we do our event promotions. Whenever we plan any event or we open new branch, we go very aggressive with marketing, and we get everything covered in local newspapers so that people know about the branch opening. These are some of TV talk shows that we have on all the leading channels. And in fact, ever since we signed up a Hyderabad franchisee, we have been in touch with the local news channel as well to start our regional shows. So we would be happy to have our local partners, our local director be representing our Eurocan global brand on regional shows. He'll be guided and given information about technical information about all the countries, where he'll be the person who will be guiding students about the new trends in education, immigration, and travel industry. These are some of the reviews which have been left by students on our different social media platforms. We are very proud to say that we are one of the company with the very highest reach on across all digital media platforms, including Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, which gives us thousands of leads every single day. This is how we do our seminars. We do every quarter a series of seminars across different cities where we have our offices in or where we operate. So every single city we've been able to generate 100 to 250 walk-ins in a single day. Last year itself, when we did the last event, we had 10,000 plus students visiting combined event series of 35 plus cities. That is a kind of business and marketing reference we have got. And this is how our normal day in office looks like, where you get 10 to 40 students walking, visiting our different branches every single day. And these are some of the students who got visa through us from last particular year intakes. These include UK, Canada, USA, Australia, New Zealand, Germany, France, Italy, Spain, Portugal, Malta, Hungary, Ukraine, and many other countries. And the advantage we have is not only we deal with few countries, we have 40 plus countries portfolio. So you work with a brand where you have an option starting. We do say that we are proud to say that we are a company which has made international education affordable for students. And for that, Hyderabad is a pretty good market where people want to study abroad, people want to go abroad, but not everybody is having enough money, or not everybody is able to spend 15, 20, 25 lakh for their fees. So we bring international education at Indian cost, whereby spending any fee starting 1 lakh per year, and with monthly living cost somewhat similar to India, 10 to 15K per month, you can go and study abroad, that too in one of the renowned, one of the top ranked universities in the world. So that is what our 40 plus countries portfolio gives you, a local advantage over the other people. You have everything for everyone. So if there are people who are willing to go in less budget, you have options for them. If there are people who want to go into top rank universities, you have option. If there are people who want to, Hyderabad being a tech hub, people, lot many people immigrate to Canada and other countries. So we do have those countries in portfolio as well, where you can go in permanent residency visa. These are glimpses of our social media accounts and our other platforms. And I'll also like to share a basic briefing about information that we have compiled about the Hyderabad market. I'll just share the screen. See, we had normally before starting up any office, we do a thorough research of this particular market. And as you can see, average reach or average age group for our clientele is something somewhat around 2 million plus clientele. So this is far, far, far bigger than where we even operate our offices. So this is a city which can accommodate up to 7 to 10 locations, each branch doing a very good business on an average 20 to 50 applications a month. So this is what real market potential is. If I have to pin down top 10 cities in India where we can do highest business, Hyderabad would be the place. The only challenge we as a company face when we expand or when we go in other markets, first is understanding the market, second is knowing the language. And this is where the franchisee model comes in, and that has been the only formula which all the leading brands in the world followed. And we also look forward to have like-minded visionary people on board, those who want to start up and business, they are ready to invest times, energy, and investment, but they want a reliable brand, some brand with good number of products, with good clientele and good everything. And this is where we come on a common platform, where we need you to expand in the market, and you need a brand or a product line to start up your own ventures. So we don't want franchises, we want people who want to set up their own business. Franchise is just a term. We want to have another managing director of Hyderabad in Hyderabad city or wherever we set up our offices. So we do invite all the people who are willing to set up a business in less investment, a business which is sustainable not only for a few years. This is not a seasonal business that would close after 2 years or 3 years, nor the model we have designed is a temporary model. So everything we have done is for future generations to come as well. So if you are setting up an office, we'll be doing it with the hope that not only Amandeep Singh or a local franchisee does this business, even our future generations will have this business running. That is the kind of sustainable model we need to have, and that is something we have worked on for years before getting into franchisee. So I think time is pretty short. So if you want to have a further discussion, or if you want to go through these company guides, you can get in touch with the Franchisee India team. They'll be happy to schedule calls. If you have further doubts, questions, or anything you wish to ask, or you have a basic idea but you want to discuss more without any obligations, locations. We'll be happy to schedule any number of calls that you require. We have our headquarters in Mohali, which is like just 10 minutes away from airport. So any branch signing up is invited to our Mohali office. And as of now, I would like to request any questions that you may have. We'll be able to answer those. And if you wish to discuss further, you can get in touch with Franchise India team. Over to you, Stanley.
Thank you, Amandeep Singh ji. A wonderful presentation and a wonderful opportunity that you have showcased to all of us. So we are open for questions. So all the partners, if you have any questions, we can take it up right now with the brand itself.
Hi, Amandeep. Good evening. Vivek here. Just wanted to know what is the total number of this thing that you planned for Hyderabad, the units that you planned for Hyderabad, if there is something like that which is already planned, or is it by number of areas, or what is it that you're, just to repeat, I know you have mentioned a bit with your presentation, but if you could recap on that, thanks.
See, Hyderabad is a market which can accommodate up to 7 to 10 locations, with each branch doing decent applications. Normally, we consider our age group, that is somewhat around 18 to 30. That is our target clientele. So before starting up an office, digital media is a very good platform where we can figure out that particular number. Okay, this is a city where we have this much target audience in this particular age group. So Hyderabad, for me also personally, being one of the highest reached market, I can, on the numbers of an average branch doing 20 to 50 applications a month, I strongly feel that this is a city which can accommodate 7 to 10 branches easily without any other branch hampering us. We don't want to plant a tree very close to each other, none of them getting needful business. So keeping in mind
Yes.
every single location doing decent business, they are not hampering business of each other location. It can accommodate 7 to 10 locations with a gradual plan of action.
So you already signed up the first location. Which location would that be at?
Location is yet to be finalized. That has been finalized by Mr. Venkat. I think he is online as
Okay.
well. That has just been finalized. And I would like to thank Mr. Venkat as well. He been very
Thank
patient.
you.
And that is the first from the Hyderabad.
Panjagutta or Himayat Nagar, these two locations. Black.
Congratulations, Venkatji.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay, that was my question. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, hi, Amandeep.
Hello.
Sir, congratulations for your journey. And my question is there any gap between a unit to unit?
See, normally we don't decide in terms of kilometers. The basic concept that we have is that Hyderabad, like NCR or any other big city, they are pretty big market. So we see the areas and proximity. Normally we have this 20-25 kilometer radius in plan that we don't open locations in, but that is done with the consent of other franchisees. So for an example, we have signed up the first franchisee. If we plan up any other franchisee nearby in location, we'll be taking the consent of first franchisee so that they are not in close proximity of each other. But standard wise, 15 to 25 kilometer is the radius that we have planned.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions?
Hi, Amanda Ji. Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
Great opportunity in the educational hub. That is Hyderabad
Indeed.
location.
Yeah.
And yeah, the one question is like, is that you mentioned that there is some setup with some square feet or something. So will it be open as a franchise in that in apartment in the single flat or something? Is it feasible? Yeah.
Yeah, under work from home model, people can do that. And in Hyderabad, it is a pretty good opportunity because people are tech savvy. Despite not having any office or any work from home model, I still do applications from Hyderabad. People send us the application online through emails or WhatsApp. We process them. And I have hardly been to Hyderabad in last 2 years. Still, I have sent good number of students from Hyderabad city. So work from home model could be a very successful model in Hyderabad city, where you have a local address, local people where you can hand over your documents or visit once if it is required, and rest of the things that can be done online. So apartment can be a good option, keeping in mind you have less costing involved for everything, and after saving certain money, you can go for your own office. Yep.
Okay. So the one more question is
Hyderabad location, Amirpati, Kukatpalli Housing Board is the very profitable location. And also one more Madhapur also is available. That is more best.
Thank you, Mr. Venkat.
Yes, Amirpeta housing body is the main hubs, but no, Ashok Nagar and Madhapur also they covered, but Himayat Nagar covered the Ashok Nagar. So our investor take the Himayat Nagar, Amirpeta also open. That is the main thing.
So, Amandeep, one more question is like, so is the work from home option if you choose the customer, the app provides, right? It's a European app, something you will be provided, right? So that will be say something. Will it be work with the only app, or there are other tools like will you be provide for that?
Yeah, we have our own CRM, our own internal software in place where you just need to log in. You can upload your application. You can apply to any number of universities. You can track your application. You can give application offer letter to the student. So that is end-to-end solution, and it has taken us around 14 years to come up to this particular system. And that this is the reason we came up with this work from home model, because in Punjab, in Haryana, in various other North Indian states, we have had people working with us from home, maybe professors or teachers or people from different background. We just used to call them freelance agents or freelancers, but technically it was work from home model only. So with Gaurav sir's suggestion, we finally launched up this work from home model where under less investment, with the European global brand name, with the European global branding, and with the European global email ID and entire support, you can work as an agent, you can work as an associate. So people will have more trust that rather than giving to application to unknown person, you are giving it to a representative who is authorized, and the name is also listed on the website. Yeah. Any other questions?
So the one more question is like the investor is asking how the immigration will be happen in this pandemic.
See, as I mentioned that it has opened up for last 2 years, immigration been very slow, travel industry been very slow, education been very slow. And what trend we are seeing from last 2-3 months is that each university is running after us to give them more students. There are travel things which are opening up, immigration is opening up. So keeping in mind whatever happened in the past, even during lockdown we were doing business. In last 1 month it was lockdown in Punjab, still we were doing business. We were generating 5 to 10 files in a single day, despite all my staff sitting at home. They were also working from home only as a representative of company. So this pandemic impact on this particular industry is no longer an impact, and this is the best time where you'll be getting result for 2 years lockdown time period has been there, where there were hardly any immigration was happening, education industry was stopped, travel was stopped. So this is the best time to get into this industry. And I am very happy that timing of this Franchisee India show and this opening up of countries is in similar lines, because whatever people join now, they'll be having the advantage of generating good number of applications. In another 6 months or 8 months, things will come down to normal level. So this particular year is a very good time period to get in. Need not worry about COVID or any other pandemic situations.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Amandeep ji, for such a wonderful presentation and the way you took up all the questions. I'm sure that the kind of opportunity that you have showcased, our investors will definitely come up with a few more questions. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sanjay. Thank you, Mr. Venkat. You're welcome. So with this, I would now like to invite the next brand of the evening, and a very interesting brand from Hyderabad, which is Chai. And I would request Mr. Rajshekhar from the brand itself to please showcase the wonderful opportunity that he has for all of us today. So over to you, Mr. Rajshekhar, to please present your screen. Thank you.
Rajshekhar ji, welcome.
You have to unmute yourself, Raji. Warmly welcome to your city itself. You have to unmute. Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks,
welcome. Welcome you to your city.
Thank you very much. In fact, it is a privilege to present our brand, which is based out of Hyderabad, in this show, which is specifically focusing on Hyderabad. To just give you a brief intro about us, Chai Lije as a brand. We started off our journey in the name of Suraj Initiatives, that is a company's name. I and another colleague and a close friend of mine which is Sudhir. We both quit our jobs in 2015. We were working in a private sector bank in a fairly senior positions. We quit our job with the basic passion and an interest to start our own journey, particularly in the F&B space. We started off our journey with the Tea Kettle brand name. With corporate high tea as our main business, because we felt that is the business that we can immediately cater to, because we felt the need for proper and standard high tea in corporate segment. That was our understanding of the segment, and we felt there is definitely a need in the market, and we stepped in and then tried to fill it. Only later last year that we started off looking at retail aspects. Starting a smaller brand with low investment on a franchisee space with a promise of good returns. So I would like to just give you a short presentation about what the opportunity is all about. So this is so as I told you, our understanding of the market with respect to high tea gave us a lot of experience and exposure with respect to what the expectation is of people in general, not just the people who are working in corporates. There was a lot of feedback which we have taken it in our stride in establishing Chailije as a brand. This is more so also topical because we have been facing and bracing with COVID since 2020. That was when we thought, okay, this is the right opportunity for us to come up with a low investment opportunity when people are losing jobs, and then there's a lot of financial stress and strain in the market, and particularly in people who are looking for opportunities, and also people who have lost their livelihoods and looking for alternatives. So that's when we felt Chailije would be an ideally suited vehicle for anybody to start this new journey as an entrepreneur. So this is Chailije. We wanted to, as I told you, we wanted to make it as a low cost thing with the promise of high return. I'll just give you a brief as to how it's going to work out for people. So as I just gave you a small intro about us, our company's name is Suraj Initiatives. We are based out of Hyderabad. We established in 2015. We are a team of bankers. It's a QSR format model, Chailije, where we have various varieties of teas, snacks, which very well accompany and complement the various varieties of teas that we serve. And we also have some milkshakes also to cater to different tastes and different expectations of customers. But the focus is largely on health and hygiene. Now that COVID is running wild, and then people have realized the potential or rather realize the importance of health and hygiene. So our brand and the way we are rolled out the model also largely emphasizes on health and hygiene. So our vision is to emerge as a pan-India brand by 2022. Mission is to offer quality and healthy, as I told you, hygienic tea, affordable to everyone. So as I was telling you, core values is we don't compromise on the product quality as such. We have this advantage of being a high tea player for corporate. So we have a very large product base, and we also keep coming up with new products. New product innovation is our forte. So as I was, as mission also says, affordability. So we focus on value for money for customers, because there are a lot of brands in the market, in the tea space, a lot of brands which have come up in the last couple of years. There is definitely a good competition in the market, which is good for the customer, because the customer gets to choose real quality and of course value for money. So here we are offering good quality, and at the same time we also offer at a very good price point. So just to give you a few highlights about what the investment is all about. The investment size is about 5 to 6 lakhs. We are trying our best to cap it to 5 lakhs. The payback period is 8 months. I'll show you the financial workings of it. It's, as I told you, it's a QSR model. So it's a very small model. We would require about 100 SFT space, typically in a place where there's a lot of footfalls, like near to malls, educational institutions, or any corporate offices, or railway station, or a bus stand. So these are the places where there is a high likelihood for good footfalls. So that would be ideally, those kind of places would be ideally suited for our kind of business to establish. The good thing about it, we have about 7 outlets as of now running. We have started off with Hyderabad. We have 2 outlets in Nizamabad, 1 in Vizag, and the rest 4 are in Hyderabad. So what we have seen since we have started, our first outlet got opened during just about 8 months back, and they've already broken even. They've already achieved break even within about 4 months time, and there is a month on month net income that they are making, a very good handsome income they're making. The best part is, like, it's a turnkey kind of a thing that we are offering, turnkey kind of an opportunity and a solution that we are giving to our franchisees, where we'll take care of all the interiors, the equipment that is required, the branding, signage, everything. So just need to find a space on rent, and then employ 2 people. We will do all the furnishing part of it, furnishing and the equipment, and we'll also train the persons that the franchisee employs, and it's the process also is made so simple that anybody can handle. Ideally, if you look at chai as a market, or chai as a model, it's largely dependent on the person who makes chai. When we say we are offering a homemade chai experience, the idea behind that is to ensure that the process is simplified and standardized across, so that every time a person who makes tea, if he follows the process that we have laid out, gets to have the same kind of taste consistently day after day. So that is a kind of process simplification that we have done. And the training also is made very facile for anybody to follow. And even the franchisee also, not only just his employees, we also encourage the franchisee also to understand as to how simple the process is, and to also make it in our central kitchen, where a training facility is also there. So we ensure that the franchisee also gets hands-on training to understand, though the process is very simple, but he needs to understand as to what is the kind of business that he's running. Just in case there is a shortage of hands, then he can also jump in, chip in, and then try get things done. And there is a support that we also give with respect to marketing, primarily on digital marketing. Then, as I told you, it's a very easy to operate model. There's no complexity involved. The processes are also very laid out, very clearly elucidated, written down, enumerated. So they don't have to really worry about making it successful. And with respect to the menu is very as I told you, product innovation is our forte. So we have a range of products. We almost have about 150 products where the recipes are all ready with us. That includes teas, various varieties of snacks that go along with tea, like sandwiches and all. We have I'll show you, I'll share the menu with you so that you will also understand exactly as to what I'm talking about. Just give me a second, please. Yeah, this is our menu, where you can see we have different varieties of teas. We have special chai varieties. We have some immunity boosters. We also have coffees, a few variants of milk, milkshakes, lassis. We have cookies. These cookies are our own manufacture. As I told you, we have a complete full-fledged kitchen and hands-on chefs who are there with us since 2015, when we started a journey as a tea kettle brand under the corporate IT space. So we have different varieties. All these are our own in-house products. The cookies, and then the sandwiches, the recipes, all the ingredients which go in the crushers, and then the various sauces, everything is actually supplied by us. So the franchisee need not have to worry about anything. Both the finished products as well the basic raw materials to make these products in the site on the in the franchisee outlet will all be supplied by us. So there will be 100% product support from us. So they can feel assured about it. With respect to the return on investment, and then how the financials work, I'll just share the financial part of it. This is the setup cost. Just give me a second. This is the income projections that we have come up with. This is for a 5 lakh investment. This is the first year income. We have actually taken a very conservative revenue stream starting from the first month, a very, very conservative number, and then slowly increasing that number. Whereas our actual experience with the outlets that we are running, this number is actually very, very robust and very, very encouraging. These numbers are actually very conservative. So we've just made the break-even analysis based on a very conservative number. At the same time, we've also taken the expenses a little on the high side, so that people can expect to have a fair, expectation with respect to the break-even part. So as per our conservative analysis, we got 8 months as the break-even period. But as I was telling you, there are a couple of our franchises who have already achieved the break-even within just 4 or 5 months time. So here we have taken all the possible scenarios with respect to the expenses, a little on the high side, and also a very low and conservative number with respect to the revenue part. So tea as such, as you would be knowing, tea is something like India basically it runs on chai. According to the National Sample Survey Office data, 17 cups of chai are consumed in India for every cup of coffee. Unfortunately, chai could not get the same kind of treatment as coffee has got, because coffee has always been hyped up as a very exotic drink, and chai is something that we consume on a daily basis at home. So people have kind of taken chai taken for granted. But for the last couple of years, there has been a very positive trend in the market, because a lot of new brands which have come up, and chai is finally getting the recognition that it deserves. So we have almost like an Indian adult actually drinks 2 cups on an average, 2 cups of chai per day. So it wouldn't be actually an exaggeration to say that after roti kapda or makan, chai is one of the basic necessities for India. So being a chai drinking nation, in fact, we require as many brands as possible, healthy, hygienic and affordable chai, along with some good accompaniments, because finally it is the customer who has to decide as to which is the right value for money for him. Chai as a market is about 18,000 crore market share it has as of 2020, and as per last estimates, chai as an industry is going between 20 to 30% year on year. So there is good future which is there for chai as a market, and only good brands would definitely stay in the long run. So I think that's about chai lije as an opportunity. If somebody has got, and I can share some of the pictures of our outlets. Just give me a moment. Can you see these pictures? Hello?
Yeah, Rashekar ji, yeah.
No.
Yeah, so these
But you have to
pictures.
You have to click the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah. These are pictures of our outlets. Yeah, I think
pictures are not there.
Yeah,
we can't see pictures.
You can't see pictures?
No.
Just give me a second.
Click again. You can see.
Yeah, just give me a second. You share.
I think Rashekar ji, Zoom will not allow you directly. Yeah.
Okay. Can you see now?
Yes. There's. Yeah.
Can you see the pictures?
Yeah.
Yeah, these are some of the outlets that we have. So I think
very nice.
That's about it. If you have any questions, any queries, I'll be very happy to handle them.
Yeah. Hi, Rashekar. Good evening.
Yeah. Hi. Good evening.
Yeah. Congratulations and wish you all the best.
Thank you.
My point is, do you accept any food wallets here, or any kind of help for the franchises?
Yeah, we can think. In fact, there have been a couple of inquiries from a few food wallets with us, but we haven't given a green signal to them. That would definitely be a good opportunity for our franchises also to explore alternate opportunities with respect to wallets and all, because that will help them expand their customer base.
Correct. Because nowadays companies are giving some food allowances to their employees. So if it will be better if it can be accepted at our franchises.
Sure. We're working on that. We are in discussion with a couple of food wallets. So probably I think in a couple of months, I think we should be there on board with us.
If you need any kind of help in that, we can also assist.
Sure. Thank you. Thanks for that.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Rajshekar ji, good evening. Vivek here.
Yeah, good evening, Vivek.
Quick question. You started off your presentation with talking on high tea and corporates. Do you have any tie-up with corporates as such?
Yeah, of course, yes. We have
So-
some really good corporate companies to boast about. We have Reserve Bank of India. We have various banks because we being bankers, so the first connect was with banks. So we have
That's true.
HDFC, we have ICICI, we have Axis, Indian Bank, SBI. Then we have IndusInd, we have Allahabad Bank, so Kotak. So quite a good number of banks that we regularly do high tea for. And we have also a lot of public sector organizations like IFTAS, then Staff College of India, IDRBTI. Then we also have a lot of IT companies. We do high tea for Infosys, HCL. Then we have Verizon. Then quite a good number of companies. We also have outlets in corporate companies.
Okay, so
That's all under
the extension of the
brand.
question.
Yep.
I understand. The extension of the question and the reason for the question was, does the franchisee get a piece of that pie?
We in fact have offered this as a additional source of income to them.
Right.
We told that we have this expertise of high tea, and then we also have proper presentation with respect to high tea and all. So we have given this as a additional opportunity as a source of income for all our franchisees, that whenever they get any kind of a corporate connection, we can step in and then close it for them, and then ensure that there is a continuous stream of business in the form of high tea happening from them. And we would not charge anything as such, but for the packaging cost, packaging and the transport or the logistics cost that is involved in that, we told that the entire share actually goes to them. So entire margin can be. So
fantastic.
A couple of outlets have actually started taking advantage of this opportunity. Like Alwal branch of ours does high tea regularly. There is of course a couple of companies that they do for, and then there is a organization of there is a cyclist organization which actually does high tea almost like every 15 days. So they just take order from them, pass it on to our central kitchen. We get it done in a central kitchen, pack them, and then deliver it to them. So the entire margin, we don't take any cut on that. So we give it to them. So that would be an encouragement for the franchisee also, with respect to increasing his financial.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. And is it possible to get some pie from the existing corporate relationships as well, if it is in the local area? For example, he's taking there are 3 or 4 banks in the local area of where he is. Is it possible for him to service them?
Yeah,
you are already existing relationships.
We can do that. As of now, of course, since we have started Chai Liche, the opportunities for corporate high tea have almost come to a standstill.
Right.
You know the position, but in fact, we said that there are a couple of offices that we generally do high tea for, and they fall within the jurisdiction of a few of our outlets. We told them that you keep servicing them, you continue the relationship alive. We'll do the background part of it with respect to production, packing, and then the logistics part of it. But you just keep the service alive, I mean the relationship alive. So we have done that.
Very nice. That's a great boost for the franchise. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much for your time also, and thank you very much for detailed presentation. We have a lot of questions, and I think what we can do is after this, we will pass on all the leads to our partners, and they will have one-on-one questions with you one-on-one.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you, and wish you great success. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sanjay ji, I want to add a word on this brand.
Okay.
This is a low-cost investment, and also, as you know, we know they are bankers. They understand an ROI part and where they can generate the business. And one more beautiful thing is, even personally, I visited their cafe. And the cafe models, what they're having is for a complete, IT models. And from there, they came up with the low cost model, which is child is here.
Sure.
Okay. And the menu is, I have not seen, such a kind of, different menu. And I like the taste of the items also. I think, once probably, who are interested, it is better to visit the store, because since it's, they're having in Hyderabad,
Please
and then decide the, decide whether to go about.
Yeah, that will be a great thing. Thanks, Veera.
Yeah.
Veera has been a good support for us for some time now. And we also had the opportunity of having Veera in our cafe. We have a cafe which is attached to our central kitchen in Kharkhana, Secunderabad. So I take this opportunity to invite everyone on the panel. So please do visit us. Now that the lockdown also has been relaxed quite a bit. So I think it is an opportunity for us to have you all on on the same page with respect to tasting our products and also giving your valuable feedback, and then probably we can also take it in our stride and then improve our offerings. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Sanjay ji, and thanks
Thank you.
to the entire team of Franchiseindia for giving me this opportunity. And it actually feels great to be talking to all our Hyderabad people here, and it is definitely a very good opportunity for me to also to interact with you on a one-on-one basis. So please, I invite you once again to just visit us our store in Karkana, and I'll be very happy to have a very good chat with you and then take it forward. Thank you very much. Thanks everyone.
All right, thank you very much. Best wishes for your chai pe charcha, and you can continue with that. Thank you very much for your time today. And over to you, Stanley. We can invite next brand.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rajesh Shekhar for coming and showcasing your brand. So before we proceed, would like to inform all the brand representatives that we have a window of 10 to 12 minutes for each of the brands, so that we can accommodate all the brands and take up the relevant questions, as many as we could. So please keep the presentation short and crisp for better understanding. Thank you for cooperation. With this, I would now like to invite the next brand of the evening, which is Dr. Aesthetics. And I would request Dr. Hema Malini from the brand itself to please showcase the wonderful opportunity that she has for all of us today. Over to you, Dr. Hema Malini.
Thank you, Mr. Stanley.
Welcome.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I hope everyone are safe. Good evening. So I'm starting my presentation.
Sure.
I hope it's visible.
Yes, we can see.
Yes.
You can make it full screen, then it's good.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes. Okay, so myself, Dr. Hema Malini. So I'm the CEO of earlier Dr. Rajnikant's Fat Loss Clinic. So now we have upgraded our brand into Dr. Aesthetics International Cosmetic Clinic. So this is going to be a huge investment opportunity for the people, because we all know beauty is the evergreen industry. So when you invest on beauty, definitely your return of investment is going to be high and it's going to be stable. So this is my USP on this brand, especially because during lockdown, even fat loss was not actually up to the mark. So we had to remodel, as already we had brands and we are running a cosmetic clinic for the past 10 years. We have already one sister concern we have. So let's go into the presentation quickly. So it's an opportunity of Dr. Aesthetics International Cosmetic Clinic. So coming to our clinic, we are located in Chennai. So in Chennai, we have two outlets, one in Nungamakam and one in Mylapore. So in this Dr. Aesthetics, what exactly we're going to do? So we are actually concentrating A to Z aesthetics of a patient. So if a person comes to me or comes to the doctor, what we will do, our clinic will always assess the patients everything, like aesthetics, top to bottom, means head to toe. When it comes to skin, body, dental, even the vaginal rejuvenation, cosmetic, gynecology part, andrology part, everything we are taking care, because our team of members are totally into plastic surgery, gynecologist and andrologist in our team. So we have the holistic approach on aesthetics, which is a very different thing what every clinic is not doing actually. So A to Z means it's head to toe, inclusive of your private parts. So This is more detailed about our clinic. So Dr. Aesthetic Clinic is a result-oriented cosmetic clinic with a mission which helps you to gain more confidence towards the beauty which lies inside out. So our clinic is Chennai's first international cosmetic clinic, which provides all kind of aesthetic treatments you can ever imagine. And I'm proud to say that we are the first themed cosmetic clinic in South India, which is luxurious antique Victorian style. So we in the future slides, you'll be seeing the pictures of our clinic. So coming to Dr. Rajnikant, he's a plastic and cosmetic surgeon, and he is the founder of the Dr. Aesthetics Clinic. Being a plastic surgeon himself, he is taking care of a lot of plastic surgery and surgical procedures, as well as he himself an andrologist. He's taking care of cosmetic andrology part as well. And the whole clinic is owned by myself, Dr. Mrs. Hemamalini Rajnikant. So we have been delivering astonishing results in cosmetology and plastic surgery since 2013. So these are all our specialized doctors, especially this is our core team. So I would like to introduce our core team. The first thing is Dr. Rajnikant. So he is a chief plastic and cosmetic surgeon, hair transplant surgeon and andrologist. He is also the director of BM Hospitals, which is in Chennai. And he has 19 years of experience in the medicine field and 8 years of head operations in Spring Med Clinic, which is a cosmetic clinic. So coming back to myself, I'm Dr. Hemamalini. So I'm a senior consultant cosmetologist, and also I'm doing a lot of celebrities. So celebrity cosmetologist in Chennai, especially in Tamil Nadu. And I have experience of 5 years, and also I have experience in entrepreneurship. There comes our one more senior consultant cosmetologist, who's Dr. Tanuja in our board. So she's a senior in our plastic surgery department and cosmetic unit in BM Hospital. So this is our HR team, and we are taking care of, we have a team of people for HR, finance, administration and operations. And also we have our own marketing company, and we also have our own strategist in our clinic setup. So basically, doctors at Dr. Aesthetic Clinic are the best in the industry. So they aim to provide, we exactly what we are aiming is international standard treatments we want to incorporate in India. That is our ultimate goal, because lots of quacks coming in this cosmetology. So we need to break that quacks, and we need to give the best in the industry. So that's why we started this international standard quality cosmetic clinic in Chennai. So these are all our services, our departments. First thing, first thing, if you see medical cosmetology, in this department, we have non-surgical medical cosmetology procedures where it involves chemical peels, it involves water removal, and then pigmentation treatments, scar treatments, all this go into medical cosmetology. And we have the second department, trichology, which is a non-surgical again. And also we have in trichology, surgical part, which is hair transplant. We also provide hair transplant. And third comes cosmetic gynecology. Cosmetic gynecology, when it comes to gynecology and andrology, there are some hesitations in people, but still people wants to get treated, because once after delivery, the vagina gets actually loosened, and therefore the problem comes. So we are taking care of the cosmetic gynecology part, we are giving a rejuvenation as well. And we have another department called cosmetic surgery, where we are giving breast augmentation, butt augmentations, liposuction, abdominoplasty. So a lot of cosmetic surgery procedures as well we are doing in our clinic and hospital setup. So we have dentistry as well. When it comes to aesthetics, I think for a face, a person's teeth is very, very important too. So we are taking care of cosmetic dentistry as well. So next comes your cosmetic andrology. We are taking care of the andrology part of a male as well, for girth enhancement and penile enhancement we are doing. And we have a special department which is called oncology aesthetics. Everyone think when it comes to cancer, so people always think about the life factor. Nobody thinks about post quality. So what is actually happening with the cancer patient? First thing the cancer patient hit is their looks. Everyone thinks that my looks is gone, I am done, I'm not going to socialize. So post cancer treatment, quality of life is damaged, highly damaged. So to avoid, to prevent that, we have introduced oncology aesthetics in our place, which is a very unique and novel idea we incorporated in our clinic, and it is definitely gonna be the one amazing concept in oncology industry itself. So next comes the fat loss. This was our bread and butter. So we are the best in fat loss. We can give In 2 to 3 months time, we can give around 6 to 10 inches loss. We can give that much level our protocols and equipments we have. And there comes trichology surgical, as I already mentioned. Hair transplant will be the surgical part for trichology, and semi-permanent makeup. So makeup, it comes to very major role in this industry. So when it comes to makeup, this is called permanent makeup. So we are also practicing permanent makeup in our clinic. So basically we are touching every department, and head to toe we are giving aesthetic appearance. We are improving the aesthetic appearance of a client or patient to make them feel good and look good from inside. So it's not only an outside, we are also taking care of the inside part as well. So what's our mission? So we aspire to leading luxury cosmetic healthcare center in India and to register our name among the top 10 aesthetic center in Pan Asia. So this is going to be our vision, and we want to ensure we strive relentlessly to provide the best aesthetic and related services to our patients. So all our missions will be internationally imported one only. Whatever products we are going to use also is going to be imported as well. So we have picked each thing, each equipment we have picked, and we have the best in our clinic. So what's our mission? We want to provide the international standard of cosmetic healthcare in skin, hair, body, and beauty in India. Because still I feel when it comes to beauty, we are 5 to 10 years, behind the other countries, especially in European side. We are actually behind it. So we want to incorporate. We have actually traveled all over the world, and we are upgrading ourselves, and we want to improve the standard of international standard of cosmetic healthcare. So that's our USP. So delight our customers to become their preferred and only choice. So we want to become the preferred employer for the cosmetic healthcare industry. So what is our USP? First thing, ambience. So we are giving a luxury ambience. So it should be unique, and it should be soothing, and the host should be really nice. So that any beauty clinic, if you go, you need to get that special appearance. So we are giving that hosting with our ambience as well as the host, because we will give training to all our staffs how to host. So that is very important for a cosmetic clinic. And second comes advanced and recent treatments. Yes, we are having advanced treatments and signature treatments with our own products. We have our own manufacturing treatment protocols. For example, if a person is oily skin, we are giving particularly for the oily skin, we are preparing the product, and we are giving the particular signature product for that person, which is manufactured by us. So we have this plus point, and next comes well experienced doctors. So yes, we have the best experienced doctors, plastic surgeons, cosmetologists, permanent makeup artists. So we have the best in the industry, and I'm proud to say about that. And we are the only center to offer A to Z of advanced aesthetic, where none other clinic is giving you all this in one clinic. Because if you think about cosmetic clinic, either they go with only for non-surgical, or they go with surgical and non-surgical, but we are giving an advanced treatment with different unique departments. So that is our unique selling point. So, and also our marketing part, we have well experienced marketing team. We have our own marketing team. That's how we are doing marketing in our Chennai place. So why Dr. Aesthetics Clinic? So first thing, lucrative opportunity to enter into high ATV business. Second, marketing and business opportunity provided by Dr. Aesthetics Clinic. Third, easy and transparent process. And fourth, multiple revenue streams, because it's not going to be only purely one procedure. It's going to be one service. If one service people are not coming, we can actually go into another service. We can concentrate. We can always remodel our marketing strategy, because we have n number of treatments. So depends on the treatment, we can always put a strategy in the marketing so that we can give more business and more revenue. And we are having actually high margins with quick payback period, because our treatment starting rate itself 10,000. So our whole treatment starts at 10,000. Even for a break even, it will be easy for the revenue to make. And even in lockdown period, we were open and we were getting patients as well. So I think that's very important. Even at the pandemic situation, people comes to the clinic and revenue doesn't get affected. And we were sailing throughout the lockdown as well. So that will be our USP, because we have multiple departments, as well as we are in the hospital sector and clinic sector. So delivering the best and most effective services to our clinics. So that's why you can choose Dr. Aesthetics Clinic for franchising. So again, so it's what are all the things we are actually giving to our patients? First thing, we are actually approved by EMI card holders and we are providing financial assistance to our clients. We have a different concept of aesthetics. So what first one is pre-wedding aesthetics. Not everyone does pre-wedding aesthetics. So we are completely changing the look before the bride, 6 months protocol, 3 months protocol. If a patient gets, if they get engaged, they come to us, they have the pre-wedding consultation done, and after that they go for the pre-wedding treatment. So this is one of our biggest segment. We are, because wedding is eternal. Definitely every every person will undergo the wedding factor, and wedding industry, you know very well how important and how the growth will be in wedding industry. So we have our pre-wedding aesthetics. And second thing, we have holistic transformation programs like 90 days transformation programs. So we can change a person into a model. So many people comes to us with a career of, I want to do modeling, I want to go into media, I want to look beautiful, I want to carry myself really good. So we are having the holistic transformation program, which involves all the skin, body, dental, and mental health, medical, everything we are actually giving in this transformation program. And main thing, we tied up with doctors for referrals. So the patients getting it will be easy when we tie up with doctors and referrals. We tied up with premium magazines for PR activity and BTL activity, and we have our referral and loyalty programs as well. So here comes our expansion business model in India. So first thing is, I'll go with the modular. So modular is 1 to any number of treatment room or 1 to any number of dental room. So if already existing clinic is there, we can always change that existing clinic or hospital into Dr. Aesthetics with small changes. So we have the modular unit franchisee. So next comes silver, gold, platinum, and titanium. So silver means 1 dental room and 2 treatment rooms, and gold comes 4 plus 1, 4 treatment room plus 1 dental room, and platinum 5 plus 2, and titanium is hospital based. So it's a bigger setup where minimum 15 beds with operation theater, so that we can plan all the surgical procedures like hair transplant, breast augmentation, with the collaboration with the doctors like plastic surgeons, dermatologists, as well as we can tie up with the surgeons, general surgeons as well. So basically a minimum 15 bed, which was operational and still they didn't get much revenue. We can always change that into a titanium unit franchisee, and we can earn more money through that franchisee. So yes, we wanted to roll out our whole franchisee. So our phase 1, we are targeting Telangana, Karnataka, and Andhra Pradesh mainly. So we are also looking for international expansions after once we finish the phase 2. Comprehensive brand support. First thing, we will give the setup and selection. The brand will assist in determining the right location for establishment of the outlets and would help in the setup. So second thing, we are giving the training. We have our own academy. If a non-doctor who wants to take up a beauty franchisee or a beauty clinic franchisee, we are giving training to the doctors whom they are going to recruit. They can put a bond. We are giving the training. We have an academy called FIA Academy. It's been running almost 3 years. It's been, so we are sending doctors and we are creating doctors. We can always give you the doctors. So that will be an additional important thing. And inventory management, we have our own manufacturing units, as well as we have effective demand, supply, and depth analysis for the franchisee. And process management, all the brand developed systems to track the inventory. We have CRMs and softwares, and we have the best in the market. Marketing, yes, we have our own marketing team. Facilitation, as I already mentioned, we have a lot of R&D products, and when compared to other products in the market, we will be the best in the market. And advertising and promotion, fat loss clinic. Actually, fat loss clinic, we were looking for a national level, and now Dr. Aesthetics, it's going to be a totally an international standard one. So R&D as well as an advertisement is going to be an extra thing for a franchisor. So PR coverage, we are collaborating with a lot of PR magazines. We are collaborated with the papers, radio channels, and also media. So Suitable franchisee profile. So the diagram says it all. So what are the parameters? The critical parameters. First thing, a person should have a networking ability. Whoever a franchise, whoever who's going to take. Second thing, they should be have the dedication and willingness to be a part of business, because we expect professionalism and we never compromise on ethics and professionalism. So we expect the determination of a franchisor, because that's very very important, being a health industrial person, because ethics matters a lot when it comes to clinic and hospital. And education, they should know some education on beauty as well. If not, we will teach the non-doctor. If it's a non-doctor, if it's a doctor, no problem, they already know everything. So other parameters as well, it's a industry knowledge, healthcare or similar industry, yes, they can have, that's a good point. And ability to run the business past any capital resource, they should be comfortable with revenue sharing model and existing unutilized facility vision. They should have a vision, and comfort level with franchisor is what we are expecting a lot. So this is about our profile. So coming to the financials, folks. So first, franchisee model, silver comes to 900 square feet. It's a total setup cost is 46 lakhs. So your average payback will be 2 years time, and average ROI 80%. And gold comes 1330 square feet is enough, which comes 60 lakhs model, where the same things, 2 years payback and ROI in 5 years 73% actually. And platinum is 80.5 lakhs, inclusive of all the expense, storing, the furnishing, equipment, promotional other expenses, and franchisee fees. So 80.5, 1700 square feet. And titanium is the minimum of 2.25 crores, because it's going to be a big setup. It's like a 15-bedded hospital, and we have to invest on missions, and missions will be the main thing in this. You're going to invest on missions, and whatever invest on missions, here is the only biggest advantages. We can always sell the missions, and then we can get, if anything goes wrong, we can always sell the mission, and you can get the money back at least 50 to 60% actually. So that is also one of the USP, because it's an equipment based procedure is going to be a lot. So this is our franchisee model. Opportunity. So opportunity at Dr. Aesthetics for existing clinics. Some people, some doctors, they will be running some clinics. So they might be any department.
Dr. Hema Malini, I would request you to please take care of the time limit, because we have other brands also.
Yes, sir. This is the last slide. So we're going to have last slide. Yeah. So Dr. Aesthetic clinic, even for existing clinic, we are giving for Dr. Aesthetics. If they are in a general practice, we can always give Dr. Aesthetics as a modular one, as I already mentioned. This is our clinic pictures. This is how our interior looks, so Victorian style. So as I told already, modular. So this is the investment. Initial investment will be 34 lakh. Even in a 550 square feet, we can do a modular cosmetic clinic. So this is how it works. So who all non-doctor can also take, but with some restrictions. So if you see, cosmetic gynecology and cosmetic andrology will be taken by some medical doctors. Definitely medical doctors needed. But for medical cosmetology, dentistry and all, you can, even a non-doctor and allied health can also be a part of it. So our expectations, definitely from Dr. Aesthetics Clinic, we are giving location, interior, machine setup. We provide training, as I already mentioned, PR activities and marketing. From the investor, we are expecting investment and choosing whether to take a rental or own building. It's their wish, and after 3 months to take care of the complete administration. So marketing at the local level supposed to be a investor's side. So this is the end of Dr. Aesthetic International Clinic. If you invest on this clinic, because definitely it's going to be a future, beauty is the future, and the return of investment is going to be really, really high. And we were working on the lockdown time as well, and we were earning during lockdown time as well. We can open, because we had the all license to open, since it's a clinic sector and healthcare sector. So I think it's the best opportunity if you really want to start a cosmetic clinic or a beauty sector. I think this is it. You can choose Dr. Aesthetics International Cosmetic Clinic. Thank you so much. I'm done.
Thank you so much, Dr. Hema Malini. If you have any questions, we can take it up, partner.
Yeah.
Veeraji, if you have any questions.
Yes. I hope I was clear. Was it very fast or something?
Yeah, the presentation was
Yeah,
very.
we are aware about the brand. I think, pretty much clear with the presentation. I think we can move on, Stan.
Okay, sure. Any
Thank you
questions?
so much.
All right, thank you so much for joining in today, Dr. Malini. We will definitely connect one-on-one with you with more questions.
Definitely. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. So with this, I would now like to invite the next brand of the evening, which is Talbot, and would request Mr. Harsh to please showcase the wonderful presentation that he has for all of us today. Over to you, Mr. Harsh from Talbot.
Evening all. Am I audible?
Yes, you are very much audible. Please take it up.
Good evening all. Thank you so much for your patience on Saturday evening. I know it's very late, so I promise I'll try to make this very brief. But essentially today I'm going to present you an opportunity on the smart facility management industry, which truly over the last year has increased and rapidly grown, primarily because a lot of hygiene and sanitization expectations of the general population because of COVID has gone up, and therefore they require a lot of organized players coming in. It is only first year of our franchisee program, and in a very short span, we've been able to get more than 15 plus franchisees, which I'll be happy to share with you the success and the roadmap that we've been able to create for them. So facility management at heart is nothing but the management of a real estate facility through a combination of deployment of blue collar staff, which includes security guards, pantry boys, housekeeping staff, complemented by state-of-art advanced gadgets for cleaning and mechanization, and a lot of IoT-based solutions, which include software as well as building management systems. The complement of all of this can be applied to either a commercial office space complex or a residence or a warehouse or practically anything like a hospital, any real estate. As you can see, the industry in India is still at a very nascent stage. It has rapidly grown in the last few years, and by 2025, it's expected to create value of 1.89 lakh crores. The incremental value that you'll see created from 18 to 26 is definitely an area which will end up creating a lot of opportunity for a lot of franchisee and FM players. And secondly, it is important to note that today we have a lot of outsource work that typically is still managed in-house. And when you compare it with global ratios, India still only has 25% of their FM work, which is outsourced, therefore creating a massive opportunity in the coming years. And particularly what we've seen last year is that this industry is truly pandemic proof, because a lot of sectors like production support services, warehouses, manufacturing, which frankly, lockdown or no lockdown, all our folks, particularly in these sectors, including hospitals and healthcare, have been working round the clock because of the requirement. So Talbot Force, as you can see here, is one of the fastest and largest facility management companies in the country, which is spread across 17 cities, today serving more than 200 plus clients, covering an area of more than 10 million square foot, which translates to almost 1 crore square foot, employing more than 3,000 employees. Today, we have all the certifications that you would typically expect from a high quality organization: ISO 9001, 14001, and OSHA 18001. The company is backed by SmartWorks, which I know some of you in Hyderabad might be aware of, because we are a fairly large player in Hyderabad as well. SmartWorks is currently the largest managed office space provider in the country and the co-founder of the company, and Talbot Force shares common roots with SmartWorks. In October 2019, we raised our first institutional round of 180 crores from Government of Singapore backed company called Keppel, and Talbot is also following a similar journey in terms of its growth. I'll spend a minute quickly on how are we different from the rest of the pack. Our presence is across multiple cities, and what that means for you as a franchisee partner, if you choose to come with us, is that at the end of the day, facility management work is a lot about relationship management and customer servicing skills. So any one of you who today believes you have strong relationships either in a corporate or in residence or in government or in any other area, you will actually be a like-minded partner because you will be able to get on board a lot of work for us. Previous slide, please, once. Secondly, obviously, we are today serving clients across several different industries. We have tie-ups with several world-class brands and manufacturers, both for the chemicals as well as machinery, which will get you access to the latest state-of-art technology. And obviously, we today have a lot of diversified products and service lines, totaling to more than 20 plus service lines. And as I mentioned earlier, we have all the service and quality standards that you would want from a professional FM player. And we invest very heavily in technology, particularly in the areas of IoT and artificial intelligence, particularly for smart building management as well as smart washroom management, which will become part of your IP as well if you wish to come on board. You'll see here the type of clientele we serve. It includes a lot of corporates like Microsoft, Samsung, industrial units like Colgate, Tata Steel, government, LIC and IRCTC. Over the last year, we've picked up a lot of work in warehouses, particularly likes of grocers, production support services, which include likes of MRL. Healthcare would include, in fact, in Hyderabad, we are serving AIG Hospital and TX Hospital in a very big way. And we also are serving BFSI clients like Bajaj, HDFC Bank, etc. Mentioned to you, we have more than 20 plus service lines today covering housekeeping, MEP and maintenance, as well as a lot of property and technology products. We typically recommend to our franchisee partners to maintain a balance where 70% of their focus should be on manpower services, because these are annuity contracts which recur month on month, whereas sanitization and home care are high margin products, but the value is obviously much lower. Our franchisee program, as you will see, has grown rapidly, where we've added more than 15 plus partners over the last year. And through them, we have serviced more than 50 million square foot, particularly in disinfection and deep cleaning. I'll just play a quick short video to explain about the program here.
Talbot is because of their detailed business plan they showcased to us. Once onboarded, they had a very well-planned induction program. We are very positive that this is going to be a profitable venture for us. Thank you.
For the past 10 months, the journey with Talbot Force has been very fruitful and exciting. We were able to grab clients that we couldn't in the past. They've been very supportive. The team has been very motivating and encouraging to us since day one. Some of the clients that we would gather were Sai Surface Coating, Purva Summit, and some of the residential complexes that we did.
I had briefly commented on the annuity nature of facility management. Once you typically get any contract, the contract lasts for a minimum of 1 year. And unless the servicing is bad, it could stretch for several years. Today, let's say you had 5 lakhs to invest. If you were to put it in a fixed deposit, the rates of interest have obviously come down from 6% to even 5% now. That will generate for you not more than 30,000. But if you were to deploy the same money essentially in a facility management contract, every month you would end up making a similar amount. And that amount would translate almost by the end of the year to more than 6.8 lakh, which essentially represents an ROI of more than 36%. And it gives you a lot of predictability in terms of cash flow, and the business is highly scalable. Now, in terms of the franchisee program, the program essentially comes with an investment of less than 5 lakh rupees. You can literally start the business next day from your home. We do not recommend you to staff up a big office unless you've generated meaningful contracts. The capex required is very low, and you can essentially go live in a week. The scalable nature of the program is that once you back 3 or 4 meaningful contracts within a span of a year, your revenue will easily scale up to more than 1.5 crores, which we've seen broadly for several of our franchisee partners. In terms of support, if we can just move to the next slide. We provide you end-to-end support in terms of setting up your program. We first essentially start with hiring and recruitment support, where we will help you staff your team. You may choose to initially operate yourself and not hire any sales personnel, and gradually hire as you would like. But definitely you would require to hire blue collar staff, which we will recruit and staff for you. We also take the responsibility of training them and providing you all the necessary support on ground. Once you open up an account, we will also provide you sales and marketing support, where our sales executive locally in Hyderabad will be physically present with you to close the proposal, create the collaterals, so that you can successfully back the contract as you would like. We also take the responsibility of allocating certain national accounts to you, so that the engine works on both channels. Channel number 1 is the contracts that you back through your relationships, and channel number 2 is the contracts that we allocate to you through our national accounts, as well as through the digital marketing platform that we run. You will obviously also get access to all the technology, whether it's machinery or all the software that we have developed in-house. In parallel, if you would like, we will also be providing working capital support to you to run and manage those facility management contracts. However, if you do exercise to choose us to invest in the facility management contract, the profit sharing ratios will reverse compared to if you were to manage it yourself, where you will be entitled to 67% profits of the account and 33% comes to us. And in this, the order switches. And in terms of case studies, I will quickly show you 2 case studies. One is of a franchisee partner in Bangalore who initially set up his program in month 1. He underwent the training and induction with us, recruited the staff, and he started disinfection in a low-key manner and started generating revenue from month 1. In month 2, we allocated a contract of HDFC Bank, which was our national contract, to him. And in month 3, the franchisee was able to bag business locally by himself. Our sales and operations team supported him end to end. And by month 4, we had almost done disinfection of more than 9 lakh square foot, and we had bagged 2 more contracts. At the end of month 6, the franchisee sits pretty, generating income of more than 1 lakh rupees a month and a monthly turnover of 25 lakhs, totaling to almost an annual turnover of 3 crores. Similar success was found in one of our partners in Ahmedabad, where we allocated accounts in month 2. The franchisee partner was able to back several accounts by himself in month 3 and month 4. And finally, in month 5, we allocated some more national accounts to him. Net today, the monthly billing of the franchisee partner is 20 lakhs, which translates to an annual turnover of 2.4 crores, where he's making an average surplus of 80,000 per month. With that, I would like to also quickly show you how do we think about allocation of franchisees in Hyderabad. We are very, very bullish about Hyderabad. And the reason we invite a lot of franchisee partners to come on board is that in spite of Talbot being present, just the vast territory of Hyderabad creates more and more opportunities for anyone who wants to come on board. And broadly, we have divided Hyderabad into 4 major territories where we see a lot of opportunities. And we truly believe any like-minded partner who comes with sales mindset and relationships can help the brand and themselves bag contracts. And let me also remind you that if you open up any national account for us from Hyderabad, we have execution ability across India where we can execute contracts for you outside of Hyderabad also. And you will be entitled to a referral fee if you help us open up any account outside of Hyderabad as well. So with that, let me thank you once again for your patient hearing and time. And I will open it up to questions if there are any.
Thank you so much, Harsh, for a wonderful presentation. Now is the time we can take up few questions, one or two, as we have a very limited time left. So over to our panel. If you have any question, we can ask.
Hello, Harsh. This is Vivek. I think I'll make it a quick one in the interest of everybody's time. Basically, you said you have a model where the franchisee operates. Are you saying that you also have a FICO model? Or franchise invested and company operated model?
So we essentially have a franchisee model, which is the former, but essentially we at this point of time want to be very opportunistic because facility management contracts are really picking up in a very big way. Everyone has preference for organized players. So what we recommend to a lot of our partners is that in the first 6 months, please focus on bagging contracts and focus on sales. We will take care of the end-to-end execution management of the contract. And if you would require, we are happy to also provide working capital support to manage that contract. Essentially, our endeavor is that it is our specialty to hire blue-collar staff, train them, and deploy the software required to run the facility. But our expectation would be that after 6 months, while we continue providing support, our franchisee partners will also become operationally involved in the process. And at that point of time, the brand will start becoming involved a little lesser than what it is in the first 6 months.
Okay. So it is basically the initial handholding for the first 6 months is what you're talking about, but not specifically anything on franchise invested and company operated model on a continuous basis. Thank you.
No, so absolutely. And just to clarify, our support exists beyond the 6 months also. We continue to support, but it's just that we want our partners to be opportunistic right now because there's a lot of contracts essentially that are there in offing. But
that is true and understood. That is true and understood.
Absolutely.
That is true and understood. Basically, I was asking if somebody was basically interested in an investment model, would that be an opportunity? Because there could be
we could be open to exploring that as well.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you for your question. And thank you again for your time, everyone. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Harsh, for taking up the question in such a nice way. I'm sure we will definitely come up with a few more questions. Thank you so much for joining in today.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. So with this, I would now like to invite the next brand of the evening, which is Paradise Biryani, and would request Mr. Rahul to please showcase the wonderful opportunity that he has for all of us today. Over to you, Mr. Rahul, to showcase your presentation.
Thank you, Stanley. Just a minute, I'll put up my...
Please.
Okay. Hi, good evening, everyone. I hope everyone is safe at their respective places. Paradise Biryani, I'm being told that the audience is 98% from Hyderabad, so I'll not spend much of time in explaining about the brand. Everyone would be knowing it much better than I know about Paradise. I'm into Paradise from last 6 years. My name is Rahul Pandita. I head expansion, business development, and projects for Paradise Biryani. Paradise, as most of you would be knowing, is a very old 70-year-old brand, started in 1953, and we right now are India's largest biryani player. We also last year got award. In fact, we got placed in Limca Book of Records for selling most biryanis in a calendar year. That was in 2017. Obviously, since then the number has increased, but since they take time to rectify awards, so these will keep on increasing. Our philosophy is great food, great service, and happy times. We treat our customers as God, and our mission of the company is to serve best Hyderabadi cuisine, including biryani. Most of the celebrities have visited us. It is said that when the visit to Hyderabad is incomplete without a visit to Paradise Biryani. We are present right now in 6 states and 7 cities. Obviously, we are in Andhra and Telangana. We are also in Bangalore. We are in Chennai. We just before the lockdown happened last year in March, we had opened outlets in Kolkata, and we have a couple of outlets in Gurgaon also, which gives us some sort of national presence. And it also gave us an opportunity to test waters outside South, which are predominantly not rice eating markets, bearing Kolkata. But Kolkata has its own biryani, so competing with local biryani was a test of time for us, and we succeeded very well. Gurgaon, which is not a Haryana per se or North in that matter, is not a rice eating market, and we got good success there. So these 2 markets gave us an opportunity, gave us an thought process, gave us the confidence to scale up the brand. Initially, if you know, from the last 70 years, we have been stick to southern market. This is 2 years back we thought of gearing up. Unfortunately, lockdown happened and we could not expand this. So during this lockdown, we thought how to expand rapidly, because on your own, any brand would not exceed at an aggressive pace. And we right now are looking to, speed up our expansion in a big way. We want to be a national brand in few years from now, and an international brand also in a couple of years. We also have, obviously, we are present on all the delivery partners. Our social media ratings are very high. That was about Paradise. Now, what is giving us the hope that this market has a potential? So, as you know, Indian fast food chain or restaurant chains, they are slowly and steadily increasing. Right now, if you say in FY19, there was a 25% share of the organized retail. But in case of biryani, it is only 10%. 90% is dominated by the unorganized sector, which is a single store, standalone restaurants, or for that matter, street vendors. This is a huge opportunity for the organized sector, for the retail chain, for good restaurants to occupy this part of this pie. So if it goes from 10 to 20%, is a huge difference. And the COVID, in one way, has shifted the customer behavior from unorganized to organized sector. The behavior has changed to get to the safety of the place, to the hygiene of the place. So that is helping accelerate the growth and shift of this 10% to 20%. If you say in service, India has low consumption on outside food, although markets like Hyderabad, or for that matter, part of West India, they spend a bit more than what rest of them do. But on an average, Indians spend just 4 to 5 times outside home in a month, whereas countries like Singapore, Hong Kong, they eat out 28 times in a month. This is another opportunity, and which we have seen over the years is growing a lot. Also, per month, the expenditure is very low as you compare to other countries of India. This is also growing. Now, there are 3-4 pillars. I have categorically selected 4 pillars which represent growth. Their population, India is blessed in a way to have higher population. There is the disposable income increasing year on year. The food service opportunity, as we can see here, is increasing also gradually. And the dine out frequency, I being in this sector from last 12 years, have seen huge growth coming from the dine-in. It is increasing like manifold in India. So people are now going out to eat. The in-house cooking, our ancestral way of eating together is on a decline, although at a very slow rate. But this is happening. Now, coming particular to the biryani, you'll be surprised to know that in India it is said that every 1.5 seconds a biryani is ordered in India. From last 2-3 years, biryani has been the most ordered product or a dish in India. It has overtaken pizza and burger, which usually had ruled this segment for years. But last 2-3 years, biryani is being the most ordered. So if you can see 5.5 lakh times the biryani has been ordered, total online orders have increased. There's a lot, like 80 million users on the platforms. So this push, one is the dine-in, but the delivery is also pushing specifically biryani market. So this is another thing where we think we have to catch on to this trend, and it is growing year on year. So now what Paradise is bringing, you must have seen Paradise stores are huge. Now we have came up with a very compact omni-channel model, which is suitable for dine-in, takeaway, and delivery. It's a small 50-seater dine-in restaurant. We have already opened 3-4 in Hyderabad. There's one in Jubilee Hill 36. There's one in Attapur, one in Kompli, which we have recently opened in Feb and March of this year, and they are doing great business. All three in 1,200 square feet, we are able to do justice to dine-in as well as takeaway and delivery. We also have introduced Paradise Circle, which is our loyalty program, and in just 4 cities where it is launched, we have 30 lakh plus members. So this gives us a huge customer base. Any offer, anything in this is really one of the best programs in India. Also this year we have launched our own app. So obviously there is Swiggy and Zomato to help us, but we have launched our own app, which is also in few months time has already crossed 2.5 lakh downloads, and our ratings on the app are also very high. So in Swiggy and Zomato, because of the charges you have to pay an extra. Here you'll get the benefits of the loyalty, and it is always beneficial to go with the owner because you can track the complaints. You can also track the orders more in a more efficient way. So what we are bringing on the table is a concept which it's always, we have a 6 decades of experience of serving biryani. We have an efficient model, as I said. We are COVID compliant. In case of any mishap, we are ready to take our company away from that. Then there's menu. We have a diverse menu. We use the best of ingredients. We have a very hygienic kitchen setup. Delivery and takeaway friendly packaging is there. So from, as I said, from 1,200 square feet, everything is possible now. The model is now adaptable to malls, high streets, residentials. The focus obviously will be on customer service and excellent experience. Outstanding the revenue, which I'll show you. There's a good investment option. Return option is very good. Demand, as I said, biryani is maximum in demand. The demographically, it is unlike other products. Biryani is a sort of a stable food for entire India. The rice and non-veg is taken everywhere in India. So this does not have the tag of the junk food. Supply side, we have the strategic partners with very key suppliers, and the raw materials are very easily available, and we have a very state-of-the-art supply chain system in place. So the priority the markets which we are looking at right now to expand these are in the priority list. So obviously Hyderabad is one where we already have around 19 restaurants, and there's enough space to grow. One of the largest pizza brand has 70. Other burger brands have around 30-35. So obviously we have lot of potential to grow in Hyderabad. Then there are other towns, so good towns of district towns of Telangana like Warangal, Nizamabad, Kareemnagar, Khammam, and Andhra Pradesh, also Nellore, Kurnool. So this AP and Telangana, which is our home market, we want to expand to this very fast. Then obviously Bangalore, Chennai, we are already there, so we will expand this city also and go to nearby towns. And later part of the year, we are planning to go to Pune, Nagpur, Solapur, and Raipur. These cities, if you say, fall in 500-600 kilometer radius of our central facility in Hyderabad. So everything can be covered from our Hyderabad. So we can keep track of the quality through this central facility. That's why we have targeted these areas first. Obviously, the second round we'll go to the East India and then West India, and finally to the northern part of India. So what we are bringing on table as an investment option is a FICO, franchisee invested, company operated. So this is more of an investment option. The restaurants will be run entirely by Paradise. The operation will be run by Paradise. All expenditures will be borne by Paradise. The rentals will be paid by Paradise. So we will have one partner agreement which will be just for the investment. And if a partner has a site of his own, location of his own, that agreement will be separate, and we will pay separately rent for that. So FICO model, this is being preferred in the hospitality industry to have the control on the quality. Since this industry revolves around the service, we think it is best to run by the experienced people. So also we get good partners for the development of the project. So investment is by the partner, ownership is to the company, operation is by the company, revenue goes to the company, but partner gets revenue share. So we are not sharing profit here because we have seen in COVID times, profits can go up and down. There could be loss also in months, because we don't want to share that loss blame with the partner. So what we are offering is the percentage on revenue share. So the offer is, we will open a compact dine-in restaurant with 40-50 covers. The investment we are seeking is 80 lakh rupees. There are two return options which we are giving. One is a revenue share and another one is the fixed return option. In revenue share, we are giving for first 3 years 7.5%, then 5% for next 3 years and 3.5 years. The agreements will be for 9 years because most of the location agreements are for 9 years these days. The estimated IRR would be around 20%, and in case of fixed, it is around 10%. Here, there is some amount of risk involved, because if revenues go up and down, this can come up and down. Here, you get a fixed return. In both the cases, we are working this proposal based on around 25 lakh rupees monthly sale, which in Hyderabad, you would know that it is a very, very modest sale we have taken. That means just 80,000 per day. So, and there will be a one-time refundable fee of 2 lakh rupees, onboarding fee of 2 lakh rupees. And after 50 years, there is a 20% original 20% of original investment is to be paid for store ambience upgradation. There is an exit option in place. There is a buyback option in place. Once we discuss one-on-one, everything will be discussed on paper with Excel sheet. Each and every value will be explained to everyone. There's a buyback option by the company. In that case, we are promising to give 1% additional return in case COVID has taught us anything can happen anytime. So we are keeping this option. If this option anyhow arises, we are committed to give even 1% higher return to our investors. Guidelines are, we are looking for 1200 to 1400 carpet area of store. Ground floor, it has to be ground floor. 25 feet minimum frontage, 9 feet height. Some parking, 50 kilowatts, and service entries. However, we will assist, and there will be 100% assistance in case of store finding. In case some people don't have site, it is okay. We have a lot of locations with us. The investor can be tagged to a location and obviously post his acceptance, and then we can take it forward. Thank you. That's it from my side. The questions are welcome.
Thank you so much, Rahulji, for such a wonderful presentation. Now is the time we can take up few questions. Partners, over to you. We can take up a question or two.
Partners has to unmute themselves. Please unmute and ask questions.
So for investing, you'll have to contact Franchiseindia team. We have a tie-up with Franchiseindia team. They can be contacted.
Sure. Ravikantji, any question from your side?
Yeah. So investment part, what is the options? It's a white, and it's cash can be upset.
No, everything is white, sir. Not even a single rupee cash.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rahulji, for a lovely presentation, I would say.
Thank you.
We will definitely connect one-on-one with you for more questions.
Sure. Thank you so much
for joining in today. Thank you.
Thank you.
So with this, I would now like to invite the next brand of the evening, which is Zip Electric, and would request Mr. Dushyant to please showcase the presentation that he has for all of us. But before he proceeds, I would request Mr. Dushyant to please keep the presentation short and crisp due to the time constraint that we have. So the maximum time limit is 10 to 12 minutes. Over to you, Mr. Dushyant, to showcase the presentation.
So good evening, guys. This is Dushyant representing Zip Electric. So hope my screen is visible to all.
Yeah, it is visible. It is visible.
Yeah. So what Zip Electric is? So Zip Electric is basically solving the problem of last mile delivery, talking about the Amazon, the last mile delivery partners. So we provide delivery services based on the electric vehicles. And what exactly we are solving, that is the mobility, which basically, if you see, the maximum of the partners are looking for the delivery partners, and the most of the deliveries are happening on the bikes and electric petrol bikes. And most of the people, most of the companies are switching from logistics or petrol bike to the EVs, and they are solving it starting from the last mile delivery options. So these are the few companies which are working on this adoption of model of electric vehicles: Flipkart, Amazon, Big Basket, and Rapido, and other partners as well. And even if I talk about the Delhi, that most of the vehicles are more of the companies are trying to get into the electric vehicles. There are some of the partners like companies which are working on the last mile delivery models. Some of the international brands talking about the Lala Move, Gojek, and there are some Indian brands, Shadowfax, but most of them are working on the petrol model. And Zip Electric is the one which is working on last mile delivery on the basis of electric vehicles. So why exactly the last mile delivery on what exactly the last mile delivery which we are presenting? So like if you see the IC engine cost, you pays a mileage of 55, like 91, and now a few days back it has reached a cost of 100 rupees per liter. So cost on the EV vehicles, the cost per charge is 10 rupees. And there is an efficient way of presenting and doing the last mile delivery solutions. So Zip is building a last mile delivery EV company. It is basically we are basically based out of the Gurgaon, and we are presenting into ourselves into the grocery, e-commerce, medicine, food, and even the small shop owners. And our presence is basically present in 6 cities, and we have approximately 1,000 of the EV fleets which are running, which I'm going to present the model, which I'm going to discuss right now. So the model is that is Zip EV Entrepreneur Program, buy, lease, and earn model, and in which you are going to invest into the vehicle that is electric vehicles, and on basis of that, we are going to present give you a monthly income, that is which I am going to present in a while. So how this is works? You are going to buy a e-vehicle that is a customized vehicle, and that you will lease out to us on the delivery fleet, and we will use it for the delivery partners, and we'll give you assured monthly rentals on the basis of that. So how and why basically Zip Electric, that is totally a secure investment, and there will be a proper 100% transparency about that. And irrespective of that, there are some tax benefits and lower tax rates which you are going to get out of this. And we are partnered with multiple players into this, and who are investing into the entrepreneur program. So how let me talk about the investment program. There are few models which we are going to present for the investment. First investment program is the buying price of the scooter, which is 59,000 per scooter. And on that, you are getting a monthly return of 1,920 rupees for the 35 months. And after the completion of 35 months, the residual value of the vehicle, that is 12,800, which you will be getting, which will be company will be paying, and the ownership of the vehicle will be transferred from your name to the company's name. And in the whole process, the total IRR is 20.16% on this investment plan, that is on the Zip Electric on the scooter plan basically. And the second plan is for the same, that is on the scooters, that is here you are getting a monthly amount return of 2,025 rupees, and that lasts for 36 months. And after the completion of 36 months, there will be a residual value of 6,100, you will be getting and the same on the investment of the 59,000, and the total IRR on this is 20.26%. And talking about the next plan, that is a swapping station plan. Basically you are going to invest into that 1 lakh on this, and the monthly return on this swapping station is 3,333 rupees. That will also last for 35 months. And after the completion of 35 months, a company will again pay you 18,333 rupees as a residual value. And then again, the ownership of the swapping station will definitely transfer from your name to the company's name. And in this scenario, the total IRR is 20.27%. So now talking about the IRR, if you're going to invest into the FD, there is an average margin which like investment return which you are getting around is 5 to 6%. And here you are seeing that there is a total IRR of more than 20% in every scenario, every plan which we are presenting to you. And these are the talking about more about the Zip Electric. We are listed into the Forbes for 2 times into the Forbes, and that's all. That's my presentation, and I hope it's not that lengthy. And I'm open for the questions.
Thank you so much, Dushyant, for keeping in within the time limit. Now we can take a few questions. Partners, if you have questions, we can take it up with the brand itself.
Yeah, hi, Dushyant. Do you provide any EMI facility to purchase this vehicle?
Not exactly. We are not providing any EMI facilities, but we are partnering with a rupee country. There are some of the third party which we are partnering with. Yeah. So hopefully we are coming it with in the coming future.
Thank you.
Yeah, hi, Dushyant.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, one question is like, so this model is for only for deliveries, like something it is also used for something the ride or something.
Sorry, your voice is not clear. I cannot hear you.
Yeah, now it's fine.
Yeah, it's better now.
Yeah. So this is only for applicable. I mean, you're introducing for only for delivery, or is there something like also investor can use for riding purpose from one location to one location, something like that?
No, this model is basically for the delivery purpose. We are using this. These are actually the customized vehicles, which we are partnered with OEMs, and they develop the vehicles according to our needs. And a few of the vehicles I can show also, like they are customized, they are heavy and they are tough. And these vehicles are used for this delivery purpose only, and specifically designed for that purpose.
Okay, thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
Hi, Dushyant, Vivek here. Quick question. Quick question. This you are talking about a per vehicle model is the investment that you're looking for. Is there is there any other model other than 5 per vehicle model, or 5 vehicles or 10 vehicles like that? Is there any other model of operation that you do?
So basically, that is a model which we are starting from the 5 vehicles and then 10 vehicles. So we can negotiate on that, and depending upon the investors, how many vehicles they are going to invest on, how many vehicles. Yeah.
Okay. So the next question which follows, I understand that's your business model. That's good. What about the service of these vehicles? Is it available locally? Because it is it's a customized vehicles that you're ordering from specific people. I understand the serviceability, availability of service centers around for getting them repaired, or if you need to have a swap of battery or something like that. Do you have anything for support?
Yes. So we have another we have our team which are specifically looking for the maintenance and the swapping of the batteries as well. And all the maintenance, if there is any kind of a damage to the vehicles, we maintain it on also.
Okay, so is that available as a service for the franchisee, or is it maintenance is totally from the company, from your company?
So this is not a franchisee model exactly. It's not exactly a franchisee model. That is an investment model, by lease and entrepreneur model. And yeah, so that service is totally based like company will provide the services and all the maintenance and all the damages, if there is any kind of damage happen to the vehicle, the company will take care of that, and there won't be any problem to the return for on the like any investment on the investment.
Okay, obviously any insurance and other things are also covered by the company.
Yeah, exactly.
All the third party insurance and the insurance, whatever is required for the vehicles are all. And is there a registration process also that you take care of?
Yeah, that also take care by the company as well. There won't be a exactly not these vehicles exactly don't need a registration. There will be an invoice which will be raised on the name of the investors.
Yeah, but you will definitely need a tag, right? For the insurance and other things, you will need a tag which will need to be provided on the on road for anybody who's there. So something like that is what I was asking. So in each local market, for example, Andhra, Telangana might have a different traffic requirement, and so you are taking care of all those things, and the vehicle is on road ready. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah. Vehicle is on road ready, and there are chassis number definitely which we are tracking, and there is a registration for that.
Right, because this market is completely new, and when you're talking about an electric vehicle versus an IC engine vehicle, the IC engine vehicle everybody has an understanding of. We need to give a clear understanding of the electric vehicles so that how are they operated, what is the identification, what is the insurance. So that's the reason for these questions. Anyway, thank you.
Thank you, Vivek ji, for asking relevant question, and Dushyant for showcasing the brand and taking up the questions. We will definitely connect one-on-one with you for more questions.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining in. So before we proceed with the next brand, I would request Mr. Aradhya from the brand itself, Gem Selection, to please present the wonderful opportunity that he has for all of us today. But before he proceeds with the brand presentation, would request to please keep the presentation short and crisp so that we can finish it in time. Thank you so much. Over to you, Mr. Aradhya.
Thank you, Stanley ji. I would like to begin the presentation with a short video.
Gem Selections, the world's biggest gemstone brand founded in 1987 by Pankaj Khanna, with the only goal to bring the finest of the world to our customers. With more than 500 dealers worldwide, 1,904 affiliated astrologers and 15 stores around the globe, Gem Selections brings quality gemstones from factory to the hands of the customers directly. Technologically advanced ecosystems around gemstones are designed to benefit both the sellers and customers. Gem Selections has been recognized as a symbol of trust and genuinity by celebrities. With more than 2 crore YouTube lifetime views and over 50 lakh traffic across website and social media, Gem Selections has been the choice of all ages. Come partner with us and be a part of the largest growing gemstone brand in the world. Gem Selections.
About us. Gem Selections is the retail brand of our group, Khanna Gems Group. Today, it's the world's biggest brand for astrological gemstones. My father, Mr. Pankaj Khanna, he is the chairman as well as the face of the brand. He's a very renowned astrologer himself, and he's also the author of the best-selling book on gemstones, Mystery of Gemstones. So this is our vision.
Our vision is to empower people to enjoy the benefits of natural gemstones by making the same available to them in each and every corner of the world at reasonable prices.
So today, the astrological gemstones industry, it is worth 28 billion US, and we are the only company who is focusing mainly on astrological gemstones. Our focus are astrological gemstones, and today we are the biggest player when it comes to astrological gemstones. So the company has been running for 34 years. I'm the second generation in this business. So my father, he is a very renowned astrologer, and he has learned astrology from the traditional Guru Shishya Parampara. So what we have in place today, though the business is family owned, but we run like a corporate with systems and processes running the business instead of us running the business. Actually, we are also involved in the day-to-day operations to a certain level, but mainly the business is run on systems and processes. Problem that we are trying to solve today. Actually, in the market, people are being cheated. They are being given heated, treated gemstones in the name of real gemstones. And sometimes jewelers even hand over glasses to the customers. So what we are doing, we are providing our customers with 100% natural, non-heated, non-treated, IGI GTL government lab certified gemstones, so that they can actually reap the astrological benefit of the gemstone that they are wearing. And the second thing why people choose us over their local jeweler is because our operations are vertically integrated, which ensures that we are able to provide the best quality product at the most reasonable price in the market. So because of this vertically integrated operations only, we are able to even give our franchisee also good margin, and still the customers get our product at the best price possible in the market. We have 6 gems in our crown. Number 1 is our online presence. We have very strong online presence today, and we have more than 2 crore lifetime views on our YouTube channel. We have very strong media coverage. Nearly all the media of this country, top media of this country, has covered us at any point of the time, and it is a very frequent thing. Media covers us on a very frequent basis. Celebrities also talk about us on regular intervals. Next gem is my father himself. Many people will be buying gemstones from our franchisee also because my father is the owner of the brand. We have more than 1900 affiliates which work with us on commission basis. Actually, our business, it runs on astrology. So our gemstones are recommended by astrologers, and when they recommend our gemstones, they get commission in return. So we have a very strong network of 1900 astrologers who recommend our brand. Like pharmaceutical companies, they have tie-up with doctors. Similarly, we have tie-up with astrologers. We are the only company in India which actually sells gemstones on EMI. Because of this, what happens? A person can actually buy a 2 lakh rupee gemstone and pay only 20,000 rupee initially. So let's say 10 people in the market are 100% genuine customers of gemstone. So out of 10, if all of them are made to know that, okay, Gem Selections is selling gemstones on EMI, 9 will actually come to us because they want to reserve cash. They want to have liquidity. So they will want to buy the gemstone on EMI because people today, they buy even mobile phones on EMI. So gemstone, they will obviously buy on EMI. So we have received awards from various organizations, international and national and international. So offline presence of Gem Selections.
Gem Selection stores around the world. 14 stores in India, Delhi, Rajasthan, Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Mumbai, Mysore, Bangalore. 2 stores in USA, San Francisco, California, and Idaho. 1 store in London, United Kingdom, and 1 store in Melbourne, Australia. Gems.
Impact of COVID. We are one of the few businesses who have actually benefited because of COVID. Why? Because right now in the market, people are under a lot of stress. They don't know what will happen to them in the future. So they are consulting more and more astrologers. And when they are consulting more and more astrologers are recommending them Gem Selections, gemstones as a remedy. So our sales are rising. The second reason is we are the only company which actually sells gemstones on EMI. So people, they want to have cash with them. So they will obviously buy gemstones on EMI from us. Gem Selections franchise opportunity.
Gem Selections Experience Center. We receive calls from nearly every district of this country. Let's say a customer sitting in Pushkar wants to buy a gemstone of rupees 2.5 lakhs, which he has selected on our website. He will be very afraid to order something of this value without any face-to-face interaction. The customer usually asks that do we have any branch office nearby? Here is where the role of Gem Selections Experience Center franchisee begins. We will redirect all our customers to our franchisee's address. He or she will take the payment from the customer. We will dispatch the particular gemstone from our headquarters to the franchisee's address, and then the customer will collect the gemstones from the franchisee. the franchisee will earn a good commission for facilitating the sale. Since we are the only company in India which sells gemstones on EMI, many people will inquire about the same from our franchisee as well. We will provide our internal software to the franchisee to access the customer's creditworthiness in order to sell gemstones on EMI. Does the franchisee owner need to be involved in the day-to-day operations? The franchisee owner does not need to be involved in the day-to-day operations at all. We have developed standard operating procedures for everything. Area required for the franchisee: 70 square feet to 100 square feet. Location of franchisee: the franchisee need not be in any mall or any main market, as our goal is not to sell to the walk-in customers. The franchisee can be opened in any location, but the location should be such that people should feel comfortable in carrying cash to buy their gemstone. Number of employees: only one employee will be needed, whose job will be to explain the customers about gemstones, take their ring size, place the order on our internal panel, collect money from the customer, and hand over the gemstone to the customer.
Benefits for a franchisee for gem selections: access to 65 crore worth of government lab certified gemstone inventory, exclusive rights to operate gem selection store in a territory, training program and certification to represent gem selections, multiple revenue streams, EMI support to customers from our finance team, access to all departments of gem selections headquarters, full central and local marketing support, 24/7 audio and video CCTV surveillance which ensures autopilot operations, franchisee support team to help with each and every issue on top priority, technology support provided by Gem Selections.
What we are providing our franchisees. Actually, in our business, a lot of inventory is needed because the customer can demand any size, any shape, and any variety of the gemstone. So a lot of inventory is needed. We don't expect our individual franchisee to have that kind of inventory. So what we have in place is that an inventory will be lying there in the franchise store, which is worth approximately 7.5 lakh rupees. The rest of the sales will be made on the tablet. The franchisee will show the customer the product on the tablet, and on the tablet or entire inventory, which is worth way more than 65 crores, which is 100% government lab certified, the franchisee can sell any product from that inventory. So he is getting access to an inventory which is worth 65 crores. So exclusive right will be given for a territory. Apart from that, full training support will be given and certification of the franchisee and his or her staff will be done by us. Our franchisee gets multiple revenue streams. So a franchisee will be selling gemstones to normal customers online and offline, and they will be also selling gemstones to jewelers, to astrologers, and to housewives. So housewives referral program we have, which encourages that housewives also, they bring in more customers in the form of referrals. So they will also make money, our franchisee will also make money, and we will also make money. So we have very robust system of referral systems, both be in terms of astrologers, be in terms of normal customers recommending our brand. So we have very good word of mouth system also. We do marketing in each and every way possible, So full EMI support will be provided to our franchisees customers also. The one thing I want to clarify, that our franchisee has no risk in the EMI thing, because we will be paying our franchisee his or her share, full share upfront, whether the customer is paying his EMI or not. So the franchisee has nothing to worry in the EMI thing. So let's say a franchisee has any doubt regarding how the EMI structure will work, we can connect on a one-on-one call. All our departments will be at complete disposal of our franchisee. Full central and local marketing will be done by us. Apart from that, 24/7 audio and video surveillance of the store will be done, and the reports of the same will be shared to the franchisee owner so that he can do his other work, he can run multiple businesses, because the operations of a gem selections franchise store, it runs on an autopilot model. Our team sitting at our headquarters will be monitoring the store for our franchise partner. franchise support team will be there, 3-tier franchise support team will be there. Apart from that, technology support will be provided by us.
Gem Selections has built up its reputation through genuineness and dedication with only one goal: delivering the best of best to our customers. We select 1 in hundreds as our franchisee partner to ensure the integrity of our brand and its future endeavor after statistical analysis by our team and chairman, Mr. Pankaj Khanna himself.
Actually, we have built this brand with a lot of hard work. So what we want is that only good people as in people with ethics, people with integrity only join us. So we are very selective when it comes to having franchise partners. So we will be, there is a testing mechanism, there is an interview mechanism. So once a person qualifies that, only then he or she can apply to become our franchisee. So what is the investment? The total investment for a Gem Selections franchise, it is 17 lakh rupees. The stock will be of 7.5 lakh rupees. The franchise fees will be of 5 lakh rupees. The setup cost will be 3 lakh rupees. And the working capital that we want our franchise partner to keep when he or she starts the franchise store, it is 1.5 lakh rupees, which is equivalent to 3 months of operating expenses. The gestation period is 3 months. What we require, 100 square feet area, 1 person as staff. And what would be the rent? Since the location is, since the area is small, the rent will be 20,000 rupees. Since only 1 person is there in staff, 20,000 rupees salary, and miscellaneous expenses 10,000 rupees. The total monthly expense is 50,000 rupees. Revenue margin, 20% on online sale of gemstones and jewelry, 28% on the gemstones and jewelry stocked, and 40% on the crystal stock. Revenue projections, we expect our franchisee to make approximately 60 lakh rupees in the first year. And after that, 25% year-on-year growth. So when the franchisee makes 60 lakh rupees, it means that 5 lakh rupees monthly. Average monthly revenue is 5 lakh rupees. So what is the weighted average margin? Since an online sale, different margin is there, inventory which is lying at the store, different margin is there, crystals, different margin is there. So the weighted average margin is 25%. So 5 lakh rupees the average revenue. 25% of it is 1,25,000 rupees. That is the gross profit. What are the expenses? 50,000 rupee expenses. So 75,000 rupees our franchise partner can take home from the 4th month of the beginning of the store. So gross profit to net gross profit analysis. So net profit to expenses ratio in our business is very good. Why? Because in our business, the operating expenses are the minimum possible. Because let's say any person is running a restaurant. So if he wants to double the turnover, he will have to have a larger area. He will have to add staff, right? But in our business, to let's say from 60 lakh rupee, if a person wants to take the turnover to 2 crore also, the same setup will be able to sustain that. So operating expenses are the minimum possible. So when the turnover it rises, the profitability of a franchise partner, it rises manifold. So I would like to play this short video and conclude my presentation.
It's a double celebration though, because Gem Selections has just opened up a brand new store right here in Melbourne, Australia. Go check it out. I'm so excited. I wish you guys every success.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Aradhya ji. Wonderful presentation it was.
Thank you, Stanley ji.
So partners, if you have any question, Ravikant ji, Venkat ji, if you have any question, Vivek ji, we can take it up. A question or a two.
Yeah, hi, Arjun.
Hello,
It was
Ravikant
a
ji.
nice presentation.
Thank you.
You have mentioned that EMI, customers can buy EMI.
Yeah.
How you calculate that?
Actually, what happens, Ravikant ji, we have tie-up with multiple banks and NBFCs. So what happens when a customer visits our franchise store? So we have a form, what we say, EMI application form. I was about to say franchise application form because we are talking about franchise. So we have an EMI application form. So in the EMI application form, the customer will enter name, mobile number, PAN card number, Aadhaar number. So only these 4 details the customer will enter. After that, our team sitting at our head office in Lee Meridian Hotel, New Delhi, they will call the franchise partner's customer that we have received an EMI inquiry from you. Then they will take further details like salary slip. They will take, they can say that please send us the photo of the computation of income in the ITR, the computation of income column in the ITR. Like that, they will ask questions. Then we will get to know, okay, what is the CIBIL of the customer? Then after analyzing the CIBIL of the customer, we will see, okay, which particular bank or NBFC will be ready to finance the purchase. Then, like, when the risk is more, the reward also should be more. Na? So what happens if a customer has good CIBIL? The customer will be able to get the gemstone at a very nominal rate of interest, that is 12%. But if the CIBIL is very bad, the rate of interest might go up to 20%, 20 to 24%. So then we will analyze, okay, we will tell to the customer that, see, this XYZ bank or this XYZ NBFC is ready to finance the product. And we will tell all the terms and conditions and other things. Then
there won't be any liability on the franchisee, right?
No liability on the franchisee.
Once the loan is approved, the franchisee will get total commission.
Yeah, the franchisee, what will happen? The transaction will be between us, the customer, and the bank or the NBFC. Actually, we are acting as the guarantor of the customer, right? So then the transaction will go like this. Our franchisee will get his or her share the moment the sale is done, because we can't expect our franchisee to recover the amount. So, and the risk appetite of the franchisee is also not that much. So we are giving this support. The franchisee will get his or her share upfront, and if the customer has even defaulted, we will not ask the money back.
Yeah, it's a very nice concept. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, and wish you all the best.
Thank you, Vishwanath ji.
Yeah.
Thank you, Aradhya. It was such a lovely presentation, I would say. We will definitely connect one-on-one with you along with our partners for more questions.
Thank you, Stanley ji. Thank you.
You're welcome, Aradhya. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
With this, I would now like to invite the last brand of the evening, which is Kareem's, and would request Mr. Gaurav Vora, who is representing Kareem's today, to please showcase the wonderful presentation that he has for us. Over to you, Gaurav.
Hi, good evening. Good evening, Hyderabad. How are you?
Good evening, Aroraji.
So Saturday evening, and we are talking about business opportunities. Instead, we could have actually celebrated with Kareem's, right? So we served the Mughlai cuisine, and you could have ordered something, could have relished the Saturday night. So nevertheless, so I present to you this brand which has got more than 100 years of legacy, which is basically coming from the house of the emperors, right? So the last Mughal emperor, right, where the founder Muhammad Haji Karimuddin used to work as a head chef, from where the journey began. And today, with over 100 years, the company has got the lineage basically established to almost 100 odd places in the country, with over 20 outlets in Delhi NCR, from where the journey started, with the first outlet opposite Jama Masjid in Nizamuddin. So that's not Nizamuddin, near Netrite Fort. So that's where the journey started 100 years before. And today, with all the pride, we would like to say that we have actually been covered by the New York Times. We have been acknowledged and covered by New York Times, BBC Good Food, and National Geographic Foods of the World. And the only reason that why we have been covered by them is because the delicacy, the culinary art that we have actually taken from 1913 till date. We are actually following the same menu, we are following the same taste, and we still have the same spices, we still have the same we have got the same serving to our customer in a similar passion. So what matters in an F&B space is that if a person is coming to you over and over again, if they're coming to you twice, thrice, or 10 times, and if they follow the same taste, if they get the same taste across the stores, across the restaurants, which means that they are basically going to one restaurant, but just that the mirror effect is there. So similarly, while we set up our Kareem, we take care of all these aspects of the business. We take care of that whom we are giving the franchisee and where exactly are we giving the franchisee and what support are we giving to the franchisee or what support can we give to a franchisee. So it's not that we are looking at very aggressively that the person coming from any ABC background or person coming from any XYZ place and we can give the franchisee. So we do all the due diligence and we basically understand the demography, the topography of that market before we set up our outlet. So because see, why a business is successful, why any business for that matter becomes successful is because when it is run by the passion, run by the enthusiasm, run by this same mindset, like-minded people. So today, after having the business presence for over 100 years, why we've been able to grow this much, why we have been able to maintain the same taste and same food is because it has been actually transferred from one generation to the other, to the third, to the fourth. And today we have got the fifth generation taking care of the business, right, in a very organized format. So it's not that we have hired somebody from the outside and the person is taking care of the business and carrying forward the legacy. No, we have personally kept the entire family legacy within the family. So today, Mr. Zain and his son, Mr. Zohaib, so they both are basically working together with their franchise partners very closely and taking care of all the owners which is required from the pre-sales to the post-sales, right, in any franchise business. So what I'd like to mention is that there are two different formats that you can opt as an investor. The first format is a dine-in format and the second is a QSR format. If I talk about a place like Hyderabad, where you already have so much of eateries serving the Mughlai kind of a cuisine like biryanis and various other non-veg food, I'm sure more than 100% that our food is going to be relished equally or maybe better than those chains which are already serving, because they may have one specialty, but we as Kareem's, we have got various specialties because our menu item has got about 100 plus options to be served, from the veg to the non-veg and from the dry item to the gravy item to the semi-gravy, and various options within the breads also. Besides, we are also very aggressive in the catering business. So for the franchisor perspective, for a franchise perspective, if I tell you, we have got a dine-in format for which you need a 2,000 square feet area and an investment of about 65-70 odd lakh rupees. Similarly, when you set up a QSR, which is a quick service restaurant, a takeaway outlet, you need about 700 odd square feet area and investment in a tune of about 25-30 odd lakh rupees. Now talking about the support, how you basically how you will become a part of a franchise franchisee of Kareem, or how will you become a family member of Kareem, I would say. So while you come to us, or your application would come to us from Franchiseindia or from any company, what we do is we basically do all the due diligence about your own background and the place where you want to set up. And while we do this due diligence, we not only see that what background do you come from, we see that which market do you want to establish, which is what kind of vicinity do we have there, what kind of competition do we have there, what is their menu, what are their offerings, what are their USPs. And then after we are convinced that, yes, this is the right opportunity for us, the place is good, the neighborhood is good, the competition is something that we can easily take over, the counter maneuvers that we believe that we have already with us as a lineage in the business for over 100 years. So after we do all this assessment at our end, we actually share it with you also, that this is the merit of working in a particular territory and this is the demerit working in that particular territory. And after we both are through with that discussion and we both are convinced, then only we decide that yes, we are going ahead with that profile or we are going ahead with that location. Now, after having the location finalized, right, what we do is we assign you with an architect. So it's a chain that I'm talking about, the step-by-step process, which we actually have to undergo while we become a partner in business. So when we are decided on the location, we will assign you with an architect, and that architect is going to be the sole person initially to basically give you the complete guidance, right, on how you have to set up the store, what kind of ambience you need, what kind of kitchen setup you need, how big the kitchen setup has to be, what kind of kitchen tools do you need. और उसमें भी इतना माइन्यूटली आपको जाके हम हेल्प करते हैं कि आपको एसएस का जो काउंटर्स बनाने हैं या आपको किचन का पूरा स्टैकिंग बनानी है, जो रैक्स बनाने हैं, उसमें कितने गेज का फर्नीचर लगेगा, क्योंकि अगर आपका गेज अच्छा नहीं होगा तो उसमें बेंड आ जाएगा। अगर आपका क्ले पॉट की मैं बात करूं, कोयले जिसमें हम तंदूर की बात करते हैं, जिसमें हम अपने कबाब्स या टिक्कास जो भी हम सेकते हैं या जो भी हम ब्रेड्स को सर्व करते हैं, उसमें बेसिकली किस तरीके की फिलिंग होनी चाहिए, उसका आउटर इनर कैसा होना चाहिए, उसका टेम्परेचर कितना रखना है, कितने लेवल तक टेम्परेचर उसका जो है वो उसकी इनर शेल या आउटर शेल जो है वो मैनेज कर सकती है, ये सारा इन डेप्थ जो आपको हम लोग नॉलेज देंगे। आपको डीप फ्रीजर किस तरीके का बनाना है, तो ये सारा इन डेप्थ नॉलेज हम आपको देंगे ताकि आपको बेसिकली जो इन्वेस्ट करना है आपके किचन में या आपके सेटअप में, वो आपका जो है एक तरीके से खर्च हो। बिकॉज व्हाइल यू आर न्यू इन दिस F&B space and you buy some kitchen equipment for you without even knowing the utility of it, or without knowing that is it the right one or you're buying, or is it not, or is there any better quality that you can buy. So that intelligence, that information is that we are going to give you. So you are going to go very informed at every stage. अब जब आपके बाद आपका किचन का सेटअप हो गया, फिर आपके बाद आपका फ्रंट का आता है, आपका डाइन इन का आता है, तो आपको कितना फर्नीचर चाहिए, कितने स्क्वायर फीट में आपको एक सिटिंग चाहिए, कितना हाइट होना चाहिए टेबल का, कितना हाइट होना चाहिए चेयर का, दो चेयर्स के बीच में कितना स्पेस होना चाहिए, एम्बियंस में कितनी लाइट होनी चाहिए, कितने प्लग पॉइंट्स होने चाहिए, कितने साइड स्टेशंस होने चाहिए सर्विंग के लिए, कितना किस तरीके से पार्टीशन बनेगा, क्या फॉल सीलिंग आएगा, क्या कलर कोडिंग आएगा, वो सब कुछ हमारा एक स्टैंडर्ड लेआउट की तरह आपको हमारा आर्किटेक्ट एक प्रॉपर लेआउट बना के देगा, आपको सपोर्ट करेगा। उसके आप काम किसी भी लोकल वेंडर से करा सकते हो, लेकिन जो आर्किटेक्ट है वो आपको हमारा ही मिलेगा, कंसल्टेंट, राइट। जब आपका ये स्टेज पूरा हो गया, आपका सेटअप बन गया, अब आपको आगे मार्केटिंग करनी है, बिकॉज while you set up a business which is new in that territory, you need to do some kind of an activity to build traction around the brand in that market. So for that, we have got the national alliances with all the aggregators. You name any aggregator, whether it is a dine-in or a Groupon, nearby, a Swiggy, Zomato, whatever. We have got national alliance with all these brands, which means while we set up a new outlet, ये national alliance by default हम अपने agreement से आपको pass कर देंगे। इससे आपको benefit क्या मिलेगा कि अगर आप एक नया alliance उनसे build करोगे तो आपके rates जो होंगे, जो commission आपको उनको देना होगा, वो कमीशन आपका ज्यादा होगा। बट सिंस वी हैव अ नेशनल अलायंस, आपका कमीशन बहुत कम होगा, आपका खुद का जो ऑर्डर है वो आपको ज्यादा पैसे बना के देगा। और कोई भी आप नई टेरिटरी में खोलते हैं तो आपकी ऑनलाइन प्रेजेंस इमीडिएटली वहां पे अवेलेबल हो जाएगी, आपको उसके लिए कोई स्ट्रगल नहीं करना पड़ेगा। तो आप अगर कोई भी फॉर्मेट खोलते हैं, QSR या डाइन इन, आपको ये अलायंस मिलेगा जिससे आपका ऑनलाइन मार्केटिंग, जो लोग एप्लीकेशन के थ्रू सर्च करते हैं that which is the new F&B restaurant or a QSR has come nearby their place so that they can probably visit and try, or they can do some kind of tasting, तो वहां पे आपको एज मिलेगा। बिसाइड्स आपको क्या बिलो द लाइन एक्टिविटी करनी है, अबव द लाइन एक्टिविटी करनी है, जिससे आपका रेस्टोरेंट उस एरिया में जो है एक ट्रैक्शन बिल्ड कर पाए, एक पॉपुलर ब्रांड बन पाए, वो सब आपको मार्केटिंग का हम लोग गाइड करेंगे। बिसाइड्स आपका जो स्टाफ रहेगा, चाहे वो किचन का हो, नॉन किचन का हो, एंसिलरी हो, सर्विंग हो, वो सब स्टाफ की ट्रेनिंग आपको हम बताएंगे, आपके इन हाउस, आपके ऑफिस में आके, आपके स्टोर में आके हम लोग करेंगे, आपके रेस्टोरेंट में आके हम लोग करेंगे और पूरा हैंड होल्डिंग देंगे। और उसके बाद जब हमें श्योरिटी हो जाएगी कि हाँ ये आप बिजनेस कर सकते, आपका स्टाफ रेडी है और आगे वो सर्व कर सकता है, हमारी बनी हुई रेसिपी भी है या हमारे जो मेन्यू है उसको वो सर्व कर सकता है, तब हम आगे उसको इंडिपेंडेंटली किचन जो है किचन का जो है वो देंगे, इंचार्ज बनाएंगे। उसके अलावा जो मेन्यू हम डिसाइड करेंगे या जो रेट्स हम उसके डिसाइड करेंगे, वो भी प्रॉपर कंपटीशन को स्टडी करते हुए करेंगे। उसके अलावा जो स्पाइस चाहिए आपको, जो रेसिपी में स्पाइस डलेगा, वो रेसिपी का आपको स्पाइस मिक्स हम बने बनाए देंगे। उसके अलावा आपका जो सप्लाई चेन है रॉ मटेरियल का, चाहे आपको दालें चाहिए हो या आपको वेजिटेबल्स चाहिए हो, सीरियल्स चाहिए हो, आपको नॉनवेज का कुछ आइटम चाहिए हो चिकन मटन में या फिश में, तो वो सारा सप्लाई चेन एक इकोसिस्टम की तरह हम आपको क्रिएट करके देंगे ताकि आपको उस एस्पेक्ट ऑफ द बिजनेस में भी टेंशन ना हो। तो मोटा मोटा अगर आप देखो तो ये सारा प्री सेल्स का प्रोसेस जो है, फ्रॉम द time we are selecting the profile and shortlisting the site, and then ambience and the setup and the hiring of the staff, training of the staff, setting up the menu, setting up the supply chain, ये पूरा एक इकोसिस्टम कंपनी आपको सपोर्ट करेगी बनाने में। उसके बाद जब आपका रेस्टोरेंट शुरू हो जाएगा, तो मैंने आपको बताया मार्केटिंग में हमारा ऑलरेडी आपको एक अलायंस मिलेगा। सो फ्रॉम प्री सेल्स टू सेल्स सारा सपोर्ट आपको मिल रहा है। अब तीसरा स्टेप होता है बिजनेस में, कोई भी बिजनेस में, व्हाट इज द वे टू रिटेन द कस्टमर, व्हाट इज द वे टू रिटेन द ईटर हु इज कमिंग टू यू। तो उसके लिए भी क्या स्ट्रैटेजीज है वो सब आपको हमारी टीम बताएगी, किस तरीके से आपको रिवॉर्ड पॉइंट्स बनाने हैं, किस तरीके से आपको उनके साथ जो है एक रेपो बिल्ड करना है, ताकि दे बिकम योर customers, they become your regular customers, and not just the dine-in or a QSR customer, but they give you orders for their family functions where they invite you to come and prepare the food for their entire family, which I mentioned in the beginning of my presentation that we are very good in the catering business as well. So that is also going to help you to earn the revenue. तो रेवेन्यू के ऑप्शंस आपके पास हैं, QSR, डाइन-इन, और इस दोनों में अगर आप देखो तो केटरिंग आपके पास एक ऑप्शन है बाय डिफॉल्ट। तो इन तीनों अगर हम कैप्सूल्स की बात करें रेवेन्यू एवेन्यूज के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से, तो आपका मोटा मोटा अगर डाइन-इन में बात करें, यू हैव एन अपॉर्चुनिटी टू अर्न योर इन्वेस्टेड मनी इन अबाउट 18 to 24 months, which means 1.5 से 2 साल में द कैपिटल दैट यू हैव इन्वेस्टेड इन द बिगिनिंग, 60-70 लाख रुपए, 80 लाख रुपए, जो भी आपका लगेगा, सब्जेक्ट टू द साइज ऑफ द साइट एंड ऑब्वियसली द काइंड ऑफ redo that we have to do, the physical work or the structural change that we have to do, and the ambience that we have to work on, वो सारा आपको आपका पेबैक आ जाएगा। एंड QSR फॉर्मेट ये आपका 15 महीने से 18 महीने, which means not even in 18 months, आपका उससे पहले ही आपका पे आउट आ जाएगा। तो ये एश्योरेंस मैं आपको इसलिए दे रहा हूँ क्योंकि आज 100 साल की लेगेसी और 200 आउटलेट्स चला के हम इस बिजनेस को समझ चुके हैं कि ये बिजनेस में बेसिकली सक्सेस किस चीज में आएगी। तो आपको वो फॉलो करना है जो हम बताएंगे, और सक्सेस इज बाउंड टू कम टू यू। तो ये 2 फॉर्मेट है जिनको आप ध्यान में रख लीजिए। किसी को भी कोई अपॉर्चुनिटी चाहिए तो you are more than welcome to come to us, and we will definitely give you the time on one-on-one basis to understand your requirement and give you a right suggestion. हमारा franchise fees one time जो आपको पे करना है for a QSR is 10 lakh rupees, for a dine-in is 20 lakh rupees, and both these costs are included in the total investment as proposed to you, starting from 25 lakh rupees going in tune of about 70 odd lakh rupees. We are creating values with Kareem's because we deliver the authentic Mughlai taste, which basically come from the Mughal era, and we have got a established chain today with over 200 outlets. So we have got a variety of menu. In front of your screen, you can see the first restaurant that we start. So I still get a smile while I see this first restaurant that we started way back 1913. We still have kept the same ambience so that we feel connected with that era of Mughals. 1913 में जो हमने शुरू किया था, थोड़ा बहुत कॉस्मेटिक चेंज किया है टाइल्स वाइल्स लगा के, बट ओवरऑल जो हमारा वहाँ पे लुक एंड फील है, जो ऑरा है, जो वहाँ पे एक फ्रेगनेंस आती है, जो एक वो आज भी वही आती है। और ऑन द राइट हैंड साइड यू कैन सी दैट वी हैव ट्रांसफॉर्म्ड इनटू अ हाई स्ट्रीट डाइनिंग ऑप्शन फॉर आवर ईटर्स। तो ये दोनों फॉर्मेट में आप हमारे साथ जुड़ सकते हैं। मेन्यू की कोई टेंशन मत लेना, रेट्स में कोई टेंशन मत लेना, सपोर्ट्स में कोई टेंशन मत लेना। एवरीथिंग इज गोइंग टू बी गिवन टू यू एज यू, because you are going to become a family partner with us, not a business partner but a family partner. As already explained, there are many reasons, many factors, many merits that can actually define the benefit of you becoming a part. So first and foremost, the 100-year legacy. The second is that there is no stopping in the menu that we serve in either of the options, and wherever we go in every nick and corner of the country, only because आज हमारे पास वो supply chain है जिससे आपको वो सारी facilities, सारा raw material, सारा मेन्यू के लिए बेसिक प्रिपरेशन आपको हम करा के दे सकते हैं। और सबसे बड़ी बात जो किसी एक इन्वेस्टर के लिए होती है कि एक रिटर्न ऑन इन्वेस्टमेंट क्या है। सो रिटर्न ऑन इन्वेस्टमेंट मैंने आपको बता दिया है, यू विल गेट your payback in about 15 to 18 months for a QSR and 18 to 24 months in a dine-in in a restaurant, right? Thank you so much. In case you have any questions, we are more than happy to take it up in person. You can connect to us anytime from Monday onwards. We have more than 20 outlets in Delhi NCR, besides 200 outlets in the across the nation, and looking at Hyderabad as a wonderful opportunity for us because there is already a market established for the Mughlai cuisine there. Thank you so much. Any questions? More than welcome.
Thank you so much, Gaurav. Lovely presentation. I would request our partners, if you have any questions, we can take it up from the brand itself. Vivek ji, Venkat ji, if you have any question, Ravikant ji.
Yeah, we'll get back to you.
Hi, Gaurav, a quick one. Anywhere in South that has been established right now, this is Vivek.
Yeah. Hi, Vivek. Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
Hi. So we have got numerous options in southern India. So you can log on to our website and you will get the whole lot of restaurants, because today we have got our presence in almost every part of the country, and people actually relish the cuisine that we serve. So with all the respect that we have earned so far, we could establish our presence in almost every possible developed economy of our country.
Good, thank you.
Any more questions?
Thank you so much, Gaurav, for coming and showcasing the brand. For more questions, we will definitely connect one-on-one with you.
Thank you so much.
Your voice is quite low.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are now.
Okay. Thank you so much, Gaurav.
Thank you, Stanley. Thank you so much. Thank you, Hyderabad. Have a lovely evening. Have a lovely Sunday ahead. And looking forward to meeting you soon.
Thank you. You too.
Sure.
Thanks, Gaurav. Thank you very much, Gaurav. Thanks for
Thanks,
your time.
Sanjay. Thanks, Franchiseindia, for giving this lovely platform. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So with this, we will now move towards the end of the session. And before we close the session, would request our Senior Vice President, Mr. Sanjay Bhatt, to give us some closing remarks. Over to you, Sanjay sir.
A great, lovely session and lovely presentations from each brand. I think we have covered almost all the opportunities, all the categories, and it's a great opportunity for our partners who are there in Hyderabad now to take it up further with investors one-on-one, because I believe investors who are still there with us, and that is phenomenal a response which we are getting every day, because it's too late right now, 7 to 11 almost. Still investors are joined with us and they are listening to each brand. That shows the concern, that shows the seriousness for sure, because they are looking for something which is for sure for their lifetime business opportunity for them. But we will come in between, because how to now proceed further for the evaluation process and for the negotiation process, and take the right advice before you select. So our senior consultants who are there in the Hyderabad state would definitely help and handhold you to take it up further. So we will have one-on-one discussions now further with the brands, either brands which are presented today, or if there is any other opportunity you are looking at based on your requirements, our consultant would definitely discuss with you, and then only they will take you to the relevant brands and relevant opportunities. Before we sign off, I would request all my partners to say thanks note to all the investors, thanks note to all the guests who have joined us from Hyderabad today. Over to you, one by one. You can please say sign off note to everyone. Thank you very much. Over to you.
Good evening, everybody. It's been almost a 4-hour session, and as Sanjay said, we thank all the investors who have come on board to attend this session. మన హైదరాబాద్కి తగ్గ ఉన్న బ్రాండ్లన్నీ ప్రజెంట్ చేశారండి. ఇవి కాకుండా చాలా బ్రాండ్లు మన పార్ట్నర్స్ అందరి దగ్గర ఉన్నాయి. మీరు చూసి ఎవరి దగ్గర కనెక్ట్ అవ్వగలిగితే వాళ్ళతో కనెక్ట్ అయ్యి మీ ఫ్రాంచైజింగ్ లేకపోతే బిజినెస్ ఆపర్చునిటీస్ని మీరు ఈ అవకాశాన్ని సద్వినియోగం చేసుకుంటారని చెప్పిన ఎక్స్పెక్టేషన్తో మీ అందరికీ నమస్కారం. హ్యావ్ ఎ గుడ్ వీకెండ్ ఎవ్రీబడి, అండ్ థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్ టు ది brands who presented today, and the Franchiseindia team as well. Stanley, Archana, and everybody who has been supporting us so well. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Good weekend. Bye-bye.
Thank you. So Ravikantji, few words from your side.
Yeah, I would like to thank each and every one of Franchiseindia team and for giving this opportunity to participate. And this shows the hard work, how much you have done. And for giving this opportunity to each and every investor. It's a very good opportunity. అందరికీ ఇది ఒక మంచి అవకాశం. డెఫినెట్గా దీన్ని ఉపయోగించుకొని మంచి సక్సెస్ఫుల్ బిజినెస్ మ్యాన్గా అవ్వాలని ఆశిద్దాం. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Thank you, Ravikantji. Thank you. Satyaji and Venkatji, you can also unmute if last few words from your side for tonight.
Yeah, yes, sir, sure. Yeah, yeah, it's a great evening. We had a good time with all the brands, which is more legendary, classic, and very useful brands to get into that successful business as an entrepreneur. So each one and all using this opportunity and get into the help of all the senior consultant and available in Hyderabad. We are all helping to get into this platform through this platform to get into the success. అందరూ ఈ అవకాశాన్ని సద్వినియోగం చేసుకొని హైదరాబాద్ని మరొక ఈ ఫ్రాంచైజ్ ఇండియా ప్లాట్ఫామ్ యూజ్ చేసుకొని ఎక్కువ బిజినెస్ ఆపర్చునిటీస్ కలిగించేలా మీరందరూ ఉపయోగపడాలని నా కోరిక. సో వెరీ గుడ్ నైట్ అండ్ స్టే సేఫ్.
Thank you, Satyajit. Over to Venkatji. Over to you.
Good evening to all. Lot of time, almost 4 hours, but patiently waiting, and we are already ready for you. We can give the good service to you. We are waiting for evaluation the brands, not only these brands, and also we have the lot of brands. Immediately contact our Franchise India WhatsApp number. We can contact you soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Venkatji. I personally and on behalf of entire team at Franchise India head office would like to thank all my partners who have joined us today from Hyderabad. Thank you very much for your time as well, and it was lovely evening with you all. Thank you very much. Over to you, Stanley. Stanley, if you can hear me, you can unmute yourself. Yeah, over to you.
Thank you so much, everyone. Sanjay sir, our partners and investors who have joined us today for this presentation. For more questions, you can definitely dial our hotline number, which is 9717683838. Also, you can register yourself for next session, which is tomorrow, same at 7 p.m. And you can also register yourself for every day that we launch a new brand every day at 12 afternoon for new business opportunities. You can log in our Facebook page as well, which is Franchise in Brands India Limited, for new business opportunities every day. Thank you so much for joining in today. Have a great weekend ahead.
Thank you. Stanley, you have to close.